Saturday continues inside the Phil Sports Arena as we have finished and concluded match number 47, which we saw Akari Chargers winning in straight sets against the Capital One Solar Spikers in our first game, which sets up our second game for today, a rematch of last year's Invitational Conference finalists. The Cignal HD Spikers looking to bounce back from their defeat last Tuesday, rather, while the Creamline Cool Smashers still in an undefeated streak here in the PVL All-Filipino Conference, live on One Sports, and of course on One Sports Plus and the Pilipinas Live app. Welcome to PVL Primetime. I'm Boom Gonzalez. Neil Flores will be my partner for this crucial game. Lexi Rodriguez will be our storyteller for today. Lexi, what can you tease us for what you have for us today?
Well, Boom, as I always say, I'm just really thrilled to tell these stories of hard-fought battles, stories of just the emotions that make these games unforgettable. All
right, we'll find out the characters in those stories in a bit. But Neil, okay, the question is, who's going to stop Creamline so far? Cignal will have their crack at the champions today, coming off a defeat. Tell us where they are in the team standings.
Currently, Creamline and Cignal HD are on top of our standings. 4 out of the 6 games of Creamline have been 3-set games, so it just really shows the dominance of the Cool Smashers. For Cignal, they are working through some lineup changes with the departure of some of their key players, but they're still very solid at the number 3 spot with a 5-2 record. On February 27, we will have our qualifying round, so these teams really do need to get good positioning come the next phase of the tournament.
Oh, ito na, no? We're in that phase already. And I'm happy that you mentioned the fact that in Creamline and their journey so far in the 6-0, because last couple of conferences, it hasn't been that easy for them. Not that it's been easy for them this conference, but it seems that because they're complete now and intact, it looks like back to business in terms of their domination. Now, this Cignal team that they're going up against, they have some recent intense history between these two teams. Neil, tell us about some flashbacks between these two teams.
Well, in 2024, the Cignal and Creamline games were really iconic. Iconic is an understatement. They met in the semifinals of our reinforced conference. They met again for that do-or-die game in the Invitational Conference finals, where Creamline actually won their first Grand Slam ever. But Cignal was up 2-1, but they just couldn't end that. And Creamline just ended it in 5 thrilling sets.
That's a source of heartbreak also for the Cignal HD Spikers, and a source of celebration as a Grand Slam completed by Creamline that time,
well,
Lexi.
That's right, Boom. Boom and Neil, sabi nyo nga, these are 2 different teams, and right now, they might have gone through a lot of different matches in the past, but today, it's a different outlook, it's a different story for both of these teams. You know, the best person to ask kung ano ba talaga yung dapat nilang to watch out for from each other is, of course, the coaches themselves. So from the Creamline Cool Smashers, I got to speak with Coach Sherwin, and you know, one thing he told me is that talagang unpredictable yung Cignal. They're young, they're hungry, and that's something that you should really watch out for a team like the Cignal HD Spikers. And as we talk about the Cignal HD Spikers, Coach Shaq shared with me that, you know, talagang yung talo nila last time, it really didn't feel like a loss. Sabi ng boss nila, you know, that loss, it felt like a win. A lot of people really encourage them, acknowledge the fact that they fought hard, especially on the 4th set. And you know, a fun, little sad story, but you know, an interesting story that I got from the dugout earlier. I got to speak with Ishi. Sabi niya talaga, hala, wag mo na akong interviewin kasi last game kasi against the Cignal HD Spikers game on their last game.
Right.
Sabi niya sa akin, naiyak talaga siya. Sabi niya, she felt like she was blaming herself for that loss because they really tried and fought hard on that 4th set. And you know what? They're gonna root from this motivation. They're gonna turn this kind of loss to a motivation instead.
12 points. Lalong isipli,
stepping up big time, no?
In that game, you know, this team is going through transition, obviously, Neil, and I guess they're trying to get you know, a moral victory from that last loss, which was against PLDT. That's what Lexi was referring to. So I said they're going through a transition, but opportunity is always there, and this girl that we're about to feature has, this gone through 2024, not opening a door, not knocking at the door. She's banging and kicking down that door since last year, and a big opportunity again for her this year.
I do agree. Doors have opened for Jackie Acuna in the past few conferences. She was the third option for the middle blocker. But you know what, Boom? I actually realized na home of the best middle blockers din talaga itong Cignal HD Spikers. They have all the tools to really get more wins in the preliminaries. And in that game against PLDT, she did score 14 points on the 46% success rate. So she really needs to get the same output if they do want to challenge the offense of Creamline.
So she already got the opportunity last year, but now that they lack the personnel, lalo ng kumbaga yung spotlight, and that court time will definitely be experienced by Jackie Acuna. Now let's go to the other side, the Creamline Cool Smashers, and a player who seems to love playing against the Cignal HD Spikers. We're talking about Bernadette Pons, who in the last 3 meetings, averaging 23 points in the last 3 meetings against Cignal.
May ganun talaga yung MV Pons, no? Every time they're up against a strong defensive team like Cignal, dun lumalaki yung production niya. She did score 70 points, 28 points in the Reinforced Conference semifinals, 15 in the Invitational Conference elimination round, and 27 big points in that finals appearance in the Invitationals, backing up the output of Erica Stanton.
She has been a thorn on the side of the Cignal HD Spikers, at least for the last 3 games. All right, let's talk about our premier matchup. Let's talk about 2 players who are kumbaga, from 2 separate generations of the Ateneo Lady Eagles. Danny Gandler thrust into the spotlight, but of course Eliza Valdez, who knows about the spotlight in her whole career.
The Eagles have landed. I mean, Danny Gandler used to play second fiddle to Ces Molina, but now she is thrust to that main scorer role dun sa sistema ni Coach Shaq Del Santos. And as for Eliza Valdez, you know what? She's not used siguro na less yung playing time niya, but iba na yung role ni Eliza right now. Kung kailan siya kailangan ni Coach Sherwin Meneses, she will always come up with a point in crucial and clutch situations.
Pero alam niyo ba, Bumenil, hindi man lang na nag-abot itong dalawang to sa college days nila. But you know, one thing that Vanny told me about Eliza Valdez is that Ateneo Volleyball would not be Ateneo Volleyball without the phenom Eliza Valdez. And I got to ask Eliza as well. Atalay told me that, you know, one thing that she really did learn about coming down from the hill is that learning never stops. That she's gone through a lot. She's at a different point of her career. Same as Vanny Gandler on your screens. You know, Vanny told me na parang ang dami niya na rin pinagdaanan. She's gone from this rookie player coming into the pros, and finally she's this go-to player from the Cignal HD Spikers. And of course, there's Atalay. And sabi nga natin, ang dami niya nang pinagdaanan. She's at a different point of her career. She's still recovering from her injury, and she told me that, you know, she feels as if she's getting there. She's not 100%. She hopes that she feels 100%, but hopefully that she'll be there right on time. And these 2 girls, they just love coming against each other. And speaking of love, you know, it's February. It's the first day of February. And of course, we want to love, and we love to hear from you fans. That is why, to those who are watching on the Pilipinas Live app, we have a poll question of the day for you. And that is, which team will step up in the clutch? You can answer the stream right below and choose between Don Macandili Katindig and Kyle Negrito from the Creamline Cool Smashers. Or maybe you have another idea in mind, just in case. So make sure you answer the poll stream right below. Or you can also join in the conversation using the hashtag PVL2025. Well, Neil, who do we think will be stepping up to the
Ang daming choices, Lexi, but it's offense versus defense every time Cignal is up against the Creamline Cool Smashers. So we'll let the fans decide as always.
And thanks for reminding us that it's the first day of February. Akala ko may special love shoutout si Lexi kanina by mentioning it's February. All right, let's get this game going. Match number 48 for your PVL All-Filipino Conference. Cignal versus Creamline when we come back here on One Sports Plus, and the Pilipinas Live app.
Tama. Which teammate do you find the scariest? Scariest. Nakakatakot na si Sir, tinagalog ko na.
Hi, I'm Jackie Acuña.
Queen Judith Abil, let's play on! Which teammate makes the team laugh the most? Sasagot ko dito, iangat ko na sarili ko.
Ay, ikaw na, di ba?
Ay!
Grabe yung vibe nito. Vibe-in. Talagang pag
Di
gusto
ko
mo ng
alam
good
kung
vibes.
bakit meron akong ganitong energy, but naibibigay ko naman sa mga ka-teammates ko.
Hey,
That's
thank you so
good.
much, te. Bless.
Ay, hindi pa matanda.
Which teammate could win a beauty pageant?
Alam nyo guys, pinili niya talaga yung tanong. Para may pagmalaki ko siya. Kikay na kikay, Jackie na Acuña. Diba? Lalayo pa ba, sister?
Oo, pili ako ng isa si Bunny. Ito din naman, pwedeng ikaw din.
Hindi, malayo tayo sa kagandahan. Pagkagandahan
Hindi.
si Bunny. Pag-vibe ako. Ganon.
Which teammate would make a good president?
Si Jel Cayuna. Kasi seryosong-seryoso yan si Jel. Akala nyo?
Ako naman si Ate Don Macandili. Talaga nakikita ko sa kanya na pwede siya maging president because we, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God. Huy! Charot!
Sana yun papunta, sister. Which teammate will you pick to survive a zombie outbreak?
Ay, tatayo pa ba tayo, guys?
I volunteer myself.
Magtataka lang kayo kung sino ba yung zombie.
Ako na yung zombie. Ako na kahawa sa kanila. Sa akin sila natatakot lahat. Tatlo, 1, 2, 3. Rar, rar, rar. Rar, rar.
Tara, play na tayo.
Let's go!
Coming to you live here at the Phil Sports Arena, Pasig City, is the 2025 All-Filipino Conference of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. This is match number 48 of the preliminary rounds between Cignal HD Spikers and your Creamline Cool Smashers. Presenting our officials of this match. First referee, Mr. Mark Santos, National Referee. Second referee, Mr. Angelo Hao, Asian International Referee Candidate. Calling on the starters first for your Cignal HD Spikers. Wearing jersey number 2, Rose Zoria Aquino. Jersey number 5, Vanny Gandler. At number 6, Ishi Lalong Isip. Jersey number 9, Judith Abil. At number 11, Jackie Acuña. Number 22, Jel Cayuna. Their team captain and starting libero, number 16, Don Katindin. With their head coach, Mr. Shaq Santos. Now let us meet the Creamline Cool Smashers. Let's start with jersey number 1, Kyle Negrito. Wearing jersey number 6, Jeanette Banaga. At number 7, Michelle Gumaba. Number 14, Bea De Leon. 19, Bernadette Pons. Jersey number 23, Gemma Galanza. Starting libero number 11, Kyla Atienza. With our head coach, Mr. Sherwin Meneses. This match is under the regulations and supervision of the games.
Well, here we are with match number 48, our second game of our Saturday double dip. It is the Cignal HD Spikers renewing their recent rivalry with the Creamline Cool Smashers. This is the new starting six, of course, with Ishi Lalong Isip there, Judith Abel there, Jackie Acuna, and then the Creamline Cool Smashers with Bernadette Pons right off the bat. Parang konting paalala lang, ano?
MVP yan.
Here I am. Here I am. Remember
Don't forget
me?
about me.
I averaged 23 points against you. So many great, stories actually for these two teams coming into this game. That girl, I love that Lexi told us about Ishi Lalong Isip crying after that last game. Not because she cried, but it just underscores, Neil, how that this thing means so much to her, being part now of the starting six and wanting to contribute and wanting to win. And as I said in that last game, it's an incredible opportunity for her and for Cignal, now that they're going through this transition of rebuilding another kind of new chemistry with some new pieces.
This is actually a good starting unit for Coach Shaq de los Santos. You can see the versatility of Judith Abel. From being a libero to now an opposite hitter.
Right.
It just shows that she can play any position. Parang middle na lang ata kulang ni Judith Abel. And as for Ishi Lalong Isip, she's a good outside hitter option for Coach Shaq because she can contribute on the defensive end.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from that Adamson program, alam naman natin, tatak na ng Adamson yan. So she wants to bring that to the table in this game against Creamline because when they have passes like that, Jel Cayuna can just run the play that she wants. And yun yung kailangan nila when they're up against a team like Creamline.
You mentioned the middles. I think pre-game, the middles produced 23 points in that game against PLDT. 14 for that girl, Acuna. And then from Doria Aquino, who just served, they got 9 from her. Lalong Isip, Doug, Kumabaw, Candler. Pons solid on defense again. Michelle had to adjust. Also, let's tell the story for those who missed in that last game against PLDT. You'll see the scores of the Cignal HD Spikers, 25-20, 25-21 in those first two sets. Ang nangyari dun is that game, 1 point, 1 point, 2 point, 2 point. It's when they got to the 20 mark where PLDT always pulled away. And that's where I guess you will miss your former captain in Ces Molina and the 12 points that she averages. That's where I think Cignal needs to look at now, yung mga panapos na yun, and who are they going to go to try to finish off sets and finish off teams as we go to Lexi Rodriguez.
Well, thanks, Bumenio. Well, earlier in the pregame, we were talking about the previous game of the Cignal HD Spikers against PLDT. And one thing that Jel Cayuna told me is that yung sakit talaga ng Cignal is yung complacency nila. And once na naglamang na sila ng malaki, dun sila nagiging chill. And that's why, Jel told me that from the departure of the two veteran players, they felt the need to also find a deeper sense of purpose when they go to trainings. Before kasi they go to trainings just for the sake of it. And she said that shift in the outlook in trainings really changed the game for her. And one thing that changes the games here are the challenges. So that's why let's look into this challenge.
All right, our first challenge in this matchup between Cignal and the Creamline Cool Smashers. I think it was off the Lalong Isip back row attack. Ano bang tinawag? Ball and ball out. Yes, ball and ball out challenge. They go to that weapon. Is she from the back row? Me and Jamie were talking about it also. Napansin namin with Lalong Isip, yung back row attacks niya, ayaw niya mataas masyado. It's kind of like a big play na mababa lang, and it seems to have worked for her. And this is a challenge also for Jel, no? Neil, setting up new players na more regularly again, like Lalong Isip, Abil. Uy, Mukhang may tsansa.
Oh,
Wow.
that's inside.
It is inside.
Ball is in.
Great challenge by Coach Jack there. So that is off the back row at play.
You'll notice how the system is the same for Cignal HD. They ran that slide attack na open up yung pipe for Ishi lalong isip. And nagpalit lang ng tao yung Cignal HD, but when it comes to the system, it's the same.
Right. And this is where the practices come in, the training, yung amuyan ng sets as Bernadette Pons picking up from where she left off. Her first point right away. And a massive swing and a spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan. Speaking of fast hits, you have to be really alert with Bernadette. She doesn't waste time. Abil with a cut shot. Kyle reverses to Michelle. Off the rebound. Dawn out to Vanny. Panaga able to dig. Bernadette adjusts. Dawn with a pickup. Tough set by Cayuna. It is off no one.
We know that Cignal will really get their block punches and their digs in this game, but it's all about conversion of their counterattacks.
Panaga known for her serve too. Off to Ishi. Combination play.
Combination play.
You know what we also noticed from Vanny, and this might be just an assumption, but just from the way she has approached, even from last year where all the talk of was her improvement and her bigger role, and now the biggest role of her life, it seems that she doesn't shy away from it, Neil. Parang she's accepted it. She's good to go.
Yeah.
She's ready for it.
She's come a long way. She just embraced that top scorer role.
That's the word.
Now she's just working on consistency, but so far so good here in the first set. Cignal has run different types of plays already in the first few points that they scored against Creamline.
Of all the players on the court right now, it's actually Gandler who averages the most points, 13 in this All-Filipino conference so far. Gandler. Atienza. Michelle swipes it through. Lalong Isip sends it back. Dawn was there. Gel reverses to Judith. Calanza always solid on defense. Long rally alert. Lalong Isip is rejected. Great pickup by Makandili Katindig, which is converted into a Gandler point.
Cignal is definitely relying on their defense to get these points. They're showing so much grit and persistence in attacking the defense of Creamline, and that's the trick. You can't give Creamline an easy ball because we know that they have a lot of plays na pwede nilang takbuhin.
Anybody's a threat. Dawn was there. Shoot set. Abil sends it back. Balik kay Pons. Cayuna gets the pickup. Free ball. 7-3 is our score. Gumabao puts it away.
Solid swing there from Michelle Gumabao. She has been trying to get past the first line of defense of Cignal. She found that sweet spot, and that was against our top digger so far in the league, Don Makandili Katindig.
MG gets us going for this rally. Gandler, good receive. That's off someone. Yep. It's a point for Lalong Isip, which gets us to the technical timeout. Cignal ahead.
First technical timeout. Cignal HD Spikers. Creamline Cool Smashers.
Arena Plus, Astig sa Sports. Great Saturday crowd here inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Match number 48. Right in the middle of that is actor Jaime Fabregas, one of the guests of Mr. Ricky Palou here inside the Phil Sports Arena. Eliza Valdez, yet to see action. In the meantime, the score is 8-4. Acuna serving. Good service. Dig pass to Pons. That is out. That's a good serve by Jackie.
Great start for the Cignal HD Spikers. 5-point lead against the Cool Smashers.
Can they build on it and hold on to it? As Lexi reported earlier, that has been, in their opinion, their issue.
Creamline is still trying to activate their own offense pattern because they have been checked by the defense of Cignal the past few sequences.
Ooh, that's gonna drop in. Are they gonna challenge this? Yes, they are.
There's a challenge on the call by
I thought initially it would sail out, but the ball seemingly dropped. Did it drop on the line, though, is the question. Our second challenge of this matchup between 5 and 2. Cignal HD 6-0. Creamline Cool Smashers. Earlier today, the Akari Chargers winning in 3 sets. Tested in that 3rd set. Capital really made a push to try to extend that match, but Akari proving stronger at the end, and that one is way out. The players on the bench of Creamline teasing one of our linesmen, our lines. He's shaking his head. Can't believe I missed that. He's probably saying to himself. Gel. Judith. Set back. Dawn. Giovanni in the middle. Set back.
single block.
PVL. No entry.
Solid defensive stop from Bea de Leon.
Attention to all of our
So they're trying to mount a comeback here, but not from an offensive standpoint. Block of the set brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Another misreceived ball as they target Danny Gandler here.
Cignal has to be careful because we know na pag nasa momentum na yung Creamline, ang daling burahin nung na-establish na lead. And now Bernadette Pons is also serving heavy.
Straight to Dawn. Judith will swipe it. 4-0 run. Expect a timeout anytime soon by Coach Shaq. He's contemplating about it. And now he has decided.
Timeout.
Cignal HD Spikers.
Okay, sakling. So pag nandito, dito mo targetin mo, okay? Ha? Target dito. Pasa mo na. Judith, yung locker nakadikit. Huwag mo iba dito sa ano. Kaya mo ipa-check mo. Okay ha? Pagka diskarte mo dito. Huwag ka lang yung sa gilid. Okay? Sige. Yung basa natin, masyado nagmamadali. Pagandahin lang mga
A 4-0 run, Neil, by the Creamline Cool Smashers. You mentioned that they haven't really hummed on offense, so they're doing it two ways, defensively, that net defense and heavy serves.
They're using that service line as their first point of attack. It's easier for them to set up their own defense, lalo na pag out of system play na yung gagawin ng Cignal HD.
A chance to counter. They're going to go to Gemma for sure. Sent back. Gemma again.
Alonzo.
And we are all tied up.
5-0 run. Easy as 1, 2, 3 for the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Now we mentioned just before the timeout. Can they hold on? Can they build on the lead? Pons sends it to the net. High risk, high reward. Abil now, 10-9 after that 5-0 run. Negrito misreceiving that one. Two quick answers by Cignal.
Cignal is also using the same strategy. They're also serving hard to prevent Creamline from running their combination plays.
Negrito still shaky on that one. So a chance here to counter for Cignal in black. Good slide by Judith. Lalong Isip has to adjust. Kyle to Pons from behind.
She's doing it all for the Cool Smashers. 2 points for Bernadette Pons.
Seems like mas marami pang points si Bernadette. We'll check on, but also yung service niya, no, parang
It felt like
yes,
she scored those points.
yes, led to points. As a cheers for BDL. Cascading down the Phil Sports Arena. Candler from behind, easily picked up by De Leon. Classic Gemma Galanza.
Such a smart swing from Gemma Galanza, seeing the double block established right in front of her. Just tooling the block of Cignal HD.
Look at that.
Targeting the right hand of Jel Cayuna.
It's so hard to read what Gemma's gonna do. Picked up. Counter. Dawn. Stabilizing this one. Lalong Isip with the approach. Great for Ishii. That is already her third point.
Same point of attack this time from the HD Spikers. Again, double block was there for the Cool Smashers, but the sheer force of that hit did the trick for Ishii Lalong Isip.
12 serving 11. Combination play! And a perfect, picture perfect swing by Gemma Galanza. Panaga really sold that so well.
That's one for the highlight reel, for sure.
Ishii. Dawn. Gambler goes long. Sent back. Sent back. Michelle sends it over. That will be out. They think there's a touch. Michelle thinks there is. Our first referee, Mark Anthony Santos, says nope.
There will be an early substitution for Coach Meneses. Tots Carlos will check in.
10 points in her last match against the next-led Chameleons. The comebacking, of course, Tots Carlos. 13 serving 12. Up. Instant impact.
And they're slowly bringing her back into that starting unit. That's the clear advantage of Creamline. They have so many weapons up their arsenal. Still have Eliza Valdez on the bench. Their outside hitter. Dami lang talagang options as of now.
Lalong Isip. 13 all is our score. Thoughts on the other side. Jel. Fanny. Denied. And the first lead of the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Instant impact for the Cool Smashers. From that Tots Carlos hit to that Tots Carlos block.
Actually, si Panaga yung bibigyan nila ng puntos, but Tots and Pangs collaborating. What a block. That's a smart hit by Vanny Gander, and that is also something that she has learned in the last year. Back in the day, even as a rookie, you basically knew what she was going to do. She was going to go cross court. She was going to go one direction. Now she has really developed not only the power, but the variety in her shots.
It's so important to be able to control the levels of power in your hit. And in that last hit, kitang-kita niya na bukas yung zone 1. So there was the right amount of spin. But
Master.
what about that? Thoughts, Carlos? With that magic touch of the soft touch.
She just sells it so well. That swing and then feathery touch. Something that Creamline has missed, for sure. That's out. Did anybody touch it? No. Medyo mababa yata para kay Nina, para kay Jackie, ano? 16-14. It is Creamline now with the lead. Back with you for more of the heart of volleyball. SV Finance, ang BFF na malalapitan. Supporters of the Creamline Cool Smashers backing the Phil Sports Arena. Kung saan galing, kita mo nyo naman. San Pablo, California. Good Saturday crowd. Happy to have you with us. And for those watching, of course, on One Sports Plus, and the Pilipinas Live app. Gambler again with the attack. Down 2 are the HD Spikers. Good up there by Lalong Isip. Oh, yes. Jackie Acuna. 3 points for her.
Love that play from Jel Cayuna. She did kite that so well. Look at that. She was already kneeling, but she was still able to dish out that excellent set to that back quick play for Jackie Acuna.
Coming off an incredible 2024.
Sometimes you just need to be creative.
And we've got very creative setters here in our 2 of the best in the last few conferences. Speaking of creative, we all know that play. We've seen it before, but stopping it is a completely different matter.
And that is the favorite play of the outside hitters of the Cool Smashers. Yung kombinasyon sa gitna. We've seen that hundreds, if not thousands of times already.
It's produced some Grand Slam championships. Run here by Creamline. 18-15 is the score. Coach Shaq looking for some changes in the lineup now. Abil again denied there by Bernadette Pons. It's an 8-4 run as we speak. Dawn was up for it. One more. Thoughts for the defense. Shoot to Bernadette Pons. Oh, what an exchange. Lalong Isip flies. But there's nobody home for coverage. 9-4 run and another timeout by Coach Shaq.
Pag in-over mo yan dyan, hindi mo makukuha to.
Okay, coach.
Over mo na to.
Nakanya.
Ha? Hey, ang block natin ganito kalaki. Oh. Okay. Tapos makinig kayo kasi sa stick, sa game plan. Wala naman tayong binago dyan eh. Ngayon, tingnan nyo, pag hindi nasusunod yung game plan, tingnan nyo yung result. Ilaban nyo muna yung result.
So, Ni, what has changed after the early onslaught of the Cignal HD Spikers on both ends, on both teams?
Well, for Cignal, natatagalan sila makakuha ng side out in certain rotations. I think this is a sound substitution from Coach Shaq because the opposite hitter position is not the natural position of Judith Abil. Kaya kung mapapansin natin, medyo hindi pa kaganda yung timing on the attack. So fielding in Fernandez at this point of the game was really the correct decision. And as for Creamline, when Tots Carlos came in, the flow was different. She scored, 2 quick points. Now she just scored off that service ace.
Pending a
But yeah,
challenge,
there will
of
be a
course.
challenge on the floor.
But that's what we've seen through the years also for Tots or Michelle. Michelle, when she wasn't the starter, when Tots wasn't working, for whatever reason, bubunutin si Michelle, 2-3 points, labas. But so efficient, and now Tots is playing that role for Creamline Cool Smashers. This is a very close call for the ball that top spin serve by Tots Carlos. Let's see if it caught the line. Because right now, Creamline is looking to pull away here in set number 1 of game number 2 of this Saturday doubleheader for your PVL All-Filipino Conference. It's a tough serve to receive to begin with. What have you observed from Tots in her comeback so far, Neil?
Parang di naman siya nawala eh. And it feels that way.
Yeah.
In their last game, she immediately scored 10 points, double digits.
Point is for 6-8.
And those 10 points she only scored in 2 sets, by the way. Now, we all know how prolific she is in terms of that scoring. Good break here. Good instincts and reflexes by Creamline to keep that possession alive. Oh, and a touch. Not what you want to do. Give away points. Creamline with a 4-point lead now.
Cignal has to get that break point. They need to get Vanny Gandler up front because every time she's in the front row, she gets to produce more attack points. I mean, she can score off these pipe attacks.
Right.
Pero parang mas mataas yung nagiging porsyento niya when she's up front. But they need to get a good pass first. They're letting go of all of these balls.
Wow. And that one was hard to judge because Vanny was close to the baseline, to that end line. I thought she did a good job, but that ball again flat and it just dropped. And it is slipping through the hands and the fingers, rather, of the HD Spikers.
Substitution 6-8. 6-8.
Cuñada now comes in for Ishi Lalongisip. You remember, Cignal is down to 12 players here in this conference. Actually, they already started the conference with a lean lineup, non-heel to begin with. That one's out.
Too much angle from Gemma Galanza. That will be a much needed point for the HD Spikers.
Timeout.
Oh, Coach Sherwin will call a timeout here with a 5-point lead.
Bakit kailangan natin idikit yung receive? Kasi nakapwesto agad dito yung mga blocker. Hindi na makakagulo. Ha? Okay?
Hey, all in, Creamline!
Coach Sherwin Meneses will have a lot of camera time in the next few months, Neil, as he tries to guide two teams to another, and I do say another championship, another for Creamline, and another one for National University. Possibly his first if they do win. That will start, of course, in 14 days, the UAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. Galanza, in the meantime, with 5 points already.
Matching the output of Bernadette Pons in set number 1.
Averaging 13.6 points a game is Gemma Galanza in the last 6 games. Ella De Jesus is in, not as a libero. Server and sweeper. Cañada goes behind, but it's too high. Couple of 1-2 plays.
Yep,
And a catch and throw.
the double contact violation called on Pangs Panaga. She got in the way of Negrito. So we kind of expected that kasi nagmamadali na rin siya na maset yon for Gemma Galanza.
So the lead is 5. Cañada. Serving, sharp serve to Bernadette Pons, very good. And they still save it. Kino not getting the set that she wanted. But it's back with Cignal, and they get the manufacturer point anyway. 9 points in the last match for Aquino. That is her first one for today.
Cignal HD has to stay in this rotation because they have 2 scorers in Rosalind Doria and Vanny Gandler up front. Yes, they only have 2 options in the front line, but I think that's enough for them to score a couple of points.
Especially if Cañada serves like that. That's very low.
Creamline Cool Smashers now with 7-point advantage.
5 set points for the champs. It's in the hands of Kyle Negrito. They were behind by as much as 4 here in this set. Candler adjusts. Fernandez. Good save by Vanny. Cignal trying to recover, so Gemma attacks right away. Dawn is everywhere. Bangs, run and gun. Nahipo yung bola. Oh, but a scrape of the net gives the point to the Creamline Cool Smashers.
That was unfortunate for Cignal HD because they had solid floor defense in set number 1, but again they had a lot of unforced errors as well.
Yeah, correction on my part. The biggest lead of Cignal was 5. Creamline comes back and takes set number 1. "33 minutes is what it took for Creamline to come back in that set and win it by 6. They were down 4-9 at one point there. in that first set win.
Yeah, nung una, ang ganda ng ginagalaw ng Cignal HD, but when they were forced out of system, the timing was just off. Even in transition, hindi nagko-connect si Jelka, with some of the attackers. So it's important for them to put that ball up a bit high so that the offense can backpedal, so that they can get a good approach. And as for Creamline, it all started with the serves of Bernadette Pons. She found the right targets, and everything followed. They were able to set up their blocking pattern up front, and even the attackers, they knew what to do with the sets of Kyle Negrito. They were definitely targeting the corner pockets of Cignal HD, because when they know na pag binaon nila yung palo nila, matatouch at matatouch ng first line of defense ng Cignal HD. So again, they're sticking to that game plan, and it showed. Look at the numbers, 5 kill blocks for the Cool Smashers.
Yeah, especially during the early part, when they could not get going with their offense, they turned to the defense and the heavy serving, Neil.
And they were able to collect those 5 kill blocks off the heavy serves of their teammates. So it was very easy for them to lock down on the outside hitters of Cignal HD. And now for the HD Spikers, they need to get the opposite involved. Again, timing wasn't really optimal from the opposite side of things, and important yung opposite hitter possession, because yun dapat yung terminating player. Once you put that ball up to the right wing, kailangan ma-convert yun. So let's see how they will adjust here in set number 2.
We tend to obviously take for granted sometimes, although we highlight the serving and all that, but the effect of the serving and getting that team out of system. And there are some teams that thrive or are okay with out-of-system plays because they have that go-to player. But there are some teams that struggle once nag-out-of-system na. And right now, because, again, Cignal is going through a transition phase with their lineup, pag sila na out-of-system, bumababa yung porsyento. Lalo na pagkalaban mo, thrives on all of these scrambling plays like Creamline. They're probably the one team, Neil, and I'm not saying just for this conference, in their history of winning championships, that makes scrambling still look good. Because they don't look like they're scrambling. It looks like they thrive in these transition plays. Basta mahipo ng konti, maiangat ang bola, their system saves them a lot. And their players, of course, the talent of their players. They're a fully loaded team, as we know. Anybody can be a go-to in this team. Gemma is there, Tots is there, Michelle is there, Eliza's there, Pons has been. And then every now and then you'll get some timely hits from Panaga, of course. And that's another thing. All of them can serve heavy too.
And I like the point that you made. Loaded sila sa wings, so kahit out of system yung play, they can find 3 different options. You can go to the left or the right wing, or you can also go for that pipe attack.
And that's the mastermind. Of course, Sherwin Meneses has taken the former Thai Bundit coach team into a different level now. It's a block touch, according to our up referee, Mark Anthony Santos. Ots Carlos comes off the bench to so far score 3 points. But the effect of her entry says more than the 3 points on the stat sheet. Vanny goes for the swipe. Yep. Rolling ball coming from Tots. Back to Vanny, had to adjust, that's the angle. That's a challenge here by Creamline. They feel like that is a net block. Not over, is what they're claiming.
The challenge by Creamline Cool Smashers.
So just to clarify, they are challenging the challenges. The official challenge is a block touch because they feel there was no block touch. So if this comes as a no, that is actually a successful challenge for them. Tama, no? Is the explanation. Okay, there. On that Vanny Gandler off-speed attack.
Because if there was no block touch from the defense of Cignal HD, 4 touches na itatawag ng ating first referee.
Correct. So that's the story here. Creamline looking good, not only in this game, but in this PVL All-Filipino Conference. It's 6-0. While Cignal really with a really good start here in this conference, actually, and we're playing very well in 2024. Playing so cohesively, faster. That's what we noticed from them also. Faster even this year. Now with a completely different lineup with 2 new additions in that starting lineup. Nandun yung kapaan face pa. Even if you've got Jel Cayuna there as the setter. This is match number 48 here on this Saturday doubleheader. Earlier today, the Akari Chargers winning over Capital One, which makes Akari over 500. Now at 5-4, another team that is blowing hot and cold here in this All-Filipino Conference. 1-6 now will be the record. Sorry, 1-7 now will be the record of Capital One after that loss. Taking an unusually long time trying to decipher this challenge.
We would also want to remind all the fans na meron tayong bago sa tournament format. We have the qualifying round. So we will have a single game to determine 6 teams na papasok na agad sa quarterfinals. Then we will proceed to our play-in tournament. So that is very interesting this season.
So that's a no on the block touch, which means it's a successful challenge for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Galanza. That's a better angle to see. Yeah, but it is a net block. Thank you very much, Direct Nick Earnshaw, for providing us with that angle as we continue the fight here. And a long ball from Ishi Lalong Isip, touching a Creamline player, so that means that's the signal point. Let's go to Lexi Rodriguez.
Thanks, Boom and Neil. Well, that was a long ball, and that was also a long study of the challenge. But, you know, just to talk about the first set, Creamline was trailing by a few points on that first set. They started off slow, but they regrouped, they refocused, and they really showed why they are a threat in the PVL. And no one likes big games quite like Bernadette Pons. She's played in high-stakes matches time and time again. And if there's one thing that keeps her going, it's not just the thrill of competition. It's the impact that she wants to leave on the sport. And more than that, it's really about making her family proud. Sabi nga niya, I'm more than honored to be part of the champion team like Creamline, but I also still want to continue to do more, not only for the team, but also for myself. Well, we know Creamline is no stranger to these intense matches, especially with an almost jam-packed Phil Sports Arena this Saturday night. And for sure, the screams and the cheers of their fans will inspire them more. Right, Boom and Neil?
Thank you very much, Neil. Well, in terms of her making her family proud, she's been doing that since she was in school, for sure. As a smart play by Kyle Negrito, identifying the open spot.
Again, it was the corner pocket.
Intentional eh, kita mo eh. Banks.
Wow.
Like I said earlier, Neil, she's always had a reputation as a server. Everybody knows that. Everybody talks about her as a server.
Look at how that ball drops.
Just so flat, no spin. She is so hard to read. She wanted to go a different route this time, a little sharper. Yun pa yung masakit sa kanya eh. She has a variety of serves eh.
Yan yung stressful if you're on the receiving end.
Yes.
Because you might think that you're in the right position, pero sa sobrang patay ng bola na walang spin, bigla siyang bumabagsak sa harapan mo.
At mind you also, iba ang itsura niyan sa TV. At iba yung itsura niyan pag ikaw ay nag-receive. 5-3 is our score. Make that 6-3. Massive swing. Spike of the set brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
Pons saw the seam in between Vanny Gantler and Rosalind Doria. Just hammered through that double block.
Why, he's so mad at that ball, Tots?
Namiss niya.
Right now, Creamline is on a roll. And Cignal, with a sarcastic smile from Coach Shaq here, has to regroup. So much top spin on that serve by Tots Carlos as Gandler gets the point. That will be her 5th point of the match.
He's supported by Shilalong Isip with 4 points.
Negrito takes that one. Low fast set to Bernadette Pons. It was so low, it was so fast. Jel Cayuna was not in position to dig. 8-4.
Creamline Cool Smashers. 4 Cignal HD.
Back for your Saturday special, the PVL primetime edition of the Heart of Volleyball. Bernadette Pons just mistiming everybody else with that. A great set, of course, by Cal Negrito. Pons, we mentioned in the pregame, if you missed it, 70 points in the last 3 meetings against Cignal. She averages 23.3 against Cignal in the last 3 points. And no surprise, Neil, that she leads all scorers right now with 7. Good block.
With the block.
It's a feel-good block for
Good
Rosalind Doria. They need all of these impact plays to close the gap between them and the Cool Smashers.
Block on a set brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. That's a great face, Dave. They need something here to feel good, to boost their morale here. Talking about Cignal. Chell, back to Judith, backside at defense of Creamline. This one's out, it's wide, no touch.
Too much angle from Gemma Galanza. She wanted to go down the line because cross-court was already closed off by the blockers of Cignal HD.
Six.
Oh, wow.
You just shake your head when you see plays like that from Kyle Negrito.
We did not expect that.
Nobody did in this arena. And look at how far she was, Neil, from the net.
Exactly. I thought that she was going for a set to the left or the right pin kasi malayo na sa setter's box. The ball was near the attack line, but she was still able to score a point off that 1-2 play.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 times when you see a 1-2 play, the setter is really close to the net.
Zone 1 has been problematic on the Cignal court.
8 points for Bernadette Pons. Another end line attack.
Pasa lang tayo. Ano yung gusto ng close sa back?
I'll adjust here na.
Tara. Isa-isa.
Let's go!
Coach Shaq calling this time out for the girls to just catch a breath, take a breath, talk to each other. Because it's all Creamline here in the second set. 10-6. PVL serving. Gemma Galanza with 5 points so far. Judith. That's going to go out.
I think that will be the first point. Sorry, my mistake. That's the second point for Judith Abil.
Who will serve now here.
At this point, Cignal just needs to polish that setter middle connection because when you get the timing right on that middle attack, that quick attack, your wings will have an easier time in scoring.
A good read by Jackie there on the combination play of Creamline. A chance to counter here. Run and gun. Defended well. Gemma will try again. And for the second time, she is checked.
They have marked Gemma Galanza. Now, Coach Sherwin will call on more reinforcements. Eliza Valdez will make her first appearance in this ball game.
So Tots and Eliza come off the bench to the cheers of her gazillion fans here at the Phil Sports Arena. Good serve by Abil. Her third point. Coach Sherwin calls for time.
Creamline Cool Smashers.
Wala sa open over. Ayun na yun. Gagang na yung bola, gagang na. Tema padali. Tema defensive sila. Let's go.
Smile, girls, smile! Hey, all in, Creamline!
Let's go!
3-0 run by Cignal HD, cutting that lead down to 1. Abil continues to serve.
At the service zone, Abil.
Go to Eliza. Tots has to push it. It's still alive. What an effort by Negrito there for the get. That's a good set. That's a good pickup. Vanny from behind has to send it over. Bangs asking for it. Set back by Ishi. Eliza, her first attack. Katindig was there. That is a bit too low for Acuna.
Jel Cayuna had the right play in mind.
Good idea.
You saw the scramble from the defense of the Cool Smashers. Wanted to get a really quick attack from Jackie Acuna. It was just too strong.
Ooh, what a pancake. And what a save by our great liberos. Both with Some great highlights. That's a great attack by Ishii.
Targeting the fingertips of Tots Carlos and Pams Panaga. You saw the trajectory of that ball. Wanted to go for a high one.
Yeah. High hands. With every game, every play, every hit, this girl is just gaining more confidence and really settling into her professional career. The 7th pick of the PVL draft. Ishii lalong isip. Gandler goes for the swipe. Gelled. Big play. That's out.
Too strong on that pipe attack. Actually, that's one of the plays na kailangan maging comfortable ni Ishii lalong isip. In college, you didn't see a lot of these pipe attacks from their end, but in the Cignal system, maraming ganyan. So they really have to practice and get their reps in.
And I think she will get there. Dawn with another save. But this time, could not keep the ball in play, but what an effort by Katindig. That's just so much power. Look at the effort of Dawn throwing all the way.
I love that mindset of Dawn. As long as the ball is still up in the air, I can still save that ball.
Yep. Cunha keeping Cignal close.
Good things happen when Cignal gets the timing right on these plays.
Cunha now in the back row. Serve. Down 2. That's a smart play by Kyle. Gandler easily taken by Eliza. Chance here for Cignal. Back to Gandler. Says, squeeze me! And gets her 6th point.
Dani Gandler is now displaying the variety in her attacks. A while ago, she just went for the tap to zone 1, but on the second try when she got the better placement of the set from Chel Cayuna, that was the time that she went for power.
Good pass. Power tip. Very accurate for Panaga, identifying that donut hole.
Sometimes these situations will arise. Pag naset na yung bola, it's not your preferred set, but you have to make do with what your setter gave you.
Negrito goes behind. Oh, Gandler with a save. Too much of a scramble, too much to ask for Dawn to send that to the other side. The lead is back to 3.
Points already for Tots Carlos.
Off the bench. Banks again. They know what's coming. Look at how tough that serve was. So now Creamline gets a free ball and a chance to go to Pons. All alone for defense was Eliza. Tots is right there. Oh, and Cignal able to manufacture a point. Cayuna with her 2nd point of the match.
Chel Cayuna now getting involved dun sa attacking formation ng Cignal HD.
And cutting into the other side. Linihis yung bola. Iniwasan si BDL. Eliza, perfect pass. What a pass. What a receive by Baldo. Translating to the 9th point of Bernadette Pons.
On top. 16, 13.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena, the Creamline Cool Smasher fans are having a ball here, leading 1-0 and leading here in the second set.
The Amazons are also out. That's Kiana with a K. Having the time of her life here in the PVL.
Packed house here at the Phil Sports Arena. Tots Carlos with her high jump serve. Misreceived. Chance to counter though. Abil denied. Dawn sends it to Vanny. Gel back to Vanny. It's a good play. You can see the determination of Vanny Gandler. Really, you know, I mean, miles apart from how she was before, which is, kumbaga, sabay yan sa confidence, you know. It's her confidence.
Right now, Cignal is going head-to-head with Creamline pagdating sa defense. They're getting their own block touches. Doon, Makandili Katindig is doing a spectacular job in keeping these balls alive. But yung offense, sometimes it feels like no overwhelming Cignal dun sa offense ng Creamline. But that Vanny Gandler hit can be the start of their own momentum.
Aquino talking to the first referee, Mark Anthony Santos. I think they're going to challenge this one. A block touch.
There's a challenge.
To try to reverse this point, which was awarded to the Creamline Cool Smashers. 6-0 here in the All-Filipino Conference. In a situation like this, they do have to try to get as many points as they can get. Naghahabol against Creamline. Dawn, of course, is now the captain. The last touch challenge is the specific one. Yeah. Dawn is now the captain, of course, of the HD Spikers. And they probably, I mean, where would they be in this set without her? Her saves here, her defense.
So that is a good clarification. It is a last touch challenge, not a block touch challenge.
Okay. Because sabay si Aquino and si De Leon of that kind of like joust meal.
Usually, ginagamit itong last touch challenge for the scenarios kung saan nagkaka-joust up top.
At dumiretso palabas ang bola. The joust that leads to, in this case, the ball bouncing out. So now they're trying to determine. The call by our up referee, Mark Anthony Santos, says it was Aquino. It's an even tougher angle here. That's a tough angle. That's a very tough angle to look at. So they are going to award the point to Creamline.
Confused.
Yeah, well, I am too, to be honest, with that with that angle at least, with that angle. Anyway, play resumes. Lalong isip. Torres. Katindig again. Valdez. For the second time, Katindig receives or digs her. Gandler from behind. De Leon.
No clearance on the attack of Gandler.
You just cannot hit straight through.
Serve.
18-14. Defense of Creamline has been solid, Neil. From the back row, I mean. Is she? And look at that. going to be out.
Ball is on.
Eliza says there's a touch. Mark Anthony Santos says no.
Creamline will challenge.
Yeah. So why not?
There's a challenge on the call by Creamline. Block touch.
Kyle asking
Creamline.
Cignal players kung tumamin na kayo.
We've had so
Kung
many
meron.
challenges in this match alone.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. But nobody in Cignal acknowledging it. So maybe there isn't a touch. Eliza still yet to get her first point here in this match. Of course, from the sound of the cheers of the audience, you wouldn't think that she is pointless yet here in our match. The Creamline ahead convincingly so far here. Cignal trying very hard to stay within striking distance to make a set out of this one. So block touch challenge this time by Coach Sherwin Meneses. It's too high.
Yep. There was no block touch.
Kaya naman walang umamin. Kasi wala naman.
So Creamline will also lose one challenge opportunity here in set number 2.
Challenge set.
Aquino. Tori Aquino will serve. Up 3. Our Creamline. Atienza. Almost. Went for it.
These are the things that Cignal has to avoid because Creamline already has the edge in terms of options from their offense. So you really cannot give them extra points off those service errors.
Yep, nagahabol. Ishi really showing a lot of promise.
Reminder to all of our viewers.
Her approach is solid. Seems to have some variety. I'm sure the power is going to even develop. It's a great opportunity for her in wins or in losses, because they practically have no choice but to use her in that position now. Eliza denied. A chance ball here for Cignal. Fernandez. That's a point. Giselle C coming in for Coach Shaq.
Cignal is just 2 points behind. And Giselle C will have 3 attackers at her disposal in this rotation. Fernandez, Acuña, and Lalong Isip.
Lalong Isip spanks that one. Tots with the save. Eliza will try again. Gone again. Danny, that's too low. Pons. Back to the old spot.
Same spot for Bernadette Pons again. Zone number 1. No defender there for the Cignal HD Spikers.
And if you notice, every time she goes back row, she will never hit straight. She will always go for an angle or a long ball.
Usap ulit ka. Hey, usap lang ulit. Ha? Usap kayo, usap. Doon. Tapos usap ha, usap. Usap mo na ka.
The lead is 3. Ishi Lalong Isip, 6 points, 12 points in their match against PLDT. Coach Carlos off the bench today with 6.
Is the score.
Negrito gets us going for this rally. C was there. Fernandez has to adjust. Torres. Back to Eliza. Good dig there. Ooh. They're going to call that as...
There's a challenge on the call.
That it hit the ground already, I believe. Yeah, okay. So floor touch challenge for Cignal. One of our line judges said that it already hit the floor. If so, that will be the first point of Eliza Valdez, if I'm not mistaken. If it is an unsuccessful challenge. Boy, we've had a lot today.
Well, Vanny Gandler seems confident that she was able to get a touch on that first ball.
Didn't look like a pancake even. It looked like a closed fist. I may be mistaken, but well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. On this floor touch challenge. Called by one of our lines judge, so our referee Mark Anthony Santos had to halt the play. Be interesting to find out when this set is over the number of minutes it took to finish this set.
45, 50.
Because of the number of challenges and delays that we've had. And not only that, the challenges themselves, Neil, have taken a while. Longer than usual. So we play the waiting game. So will the players.
Both head coaches have been maximizing our challenge system.
Especially here in this second set. Fans of Creamline trying to amuse themselves here during this challenge by getting a cheer on here at the Phil Sports Arena. Probably finally found it. Let's see. It's the angle that they were trying to look. Looks like Vanny got it.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Based on this replay, I think it was a good first ball from Vanny Gandler.
At hindi pa nga pancake eh, no? Neil, yeah, it was a close fist.
It's a one-handed dig.
Right.
There's a scoop on her end. Yes, so we will be replaying that point.
Which means Negrito will serve. We have our TV angle here. Gambler had, as I saw in real time, had that closed fist on the ball. Thank you again, Direk, for indulging us from another angle. 2017. All right, so we replay the point. Dawn, bump set. Is she? That's a point for them.
There was a check ball on the double block of Creamline. But look now, Cignal is just down by 2 points.
All the lulls have actually killed any kind of momentum that Creamline has. Gemma Galanza will come back into this game for Eliza Valdez.
This is going to be the strongest rotation, though, for the HD Spikers. Fanny Gandler just marched back in.
Oh, good reflexes there by Negrito. Tots Carlos. 7 points.
That's what we've been seeing. Kahit na out of system na yung Creamline, they still find a way to get past the wall and the backcourt defense of the HD Spikers.
Yan yung classic na itaas mo lang. Taas mo lang yung bola. Gandler on the approach. Defense of Creamline again. That's low.
It was a difficult set to hit for Bernadette Pons, even for Bernadette Pons.
It's only a 2-point lead, or a 2-point deficit in the eyes of Cignal. Kyle. Back to Creamline. Back to Bernadette. Oh, that's very tight.
Thank you for that set, says Tots Carlos.
Namigay. It's Lalong Isip who could not control this pass. Straight into the swing of Tots Carlos, which Cignal will challenge as a net fault. Maximizing all of the challenges today, especially here in this overextended second set.
Well, they still have one challenge card left. Looked clean to me, though, based on our angle. It happened in front of us. We can never be too sure.
And you can blame also Cignal.
There was a net fault
on the other side.
Cignal's end. It was Vanny Gandler who touched the net as she tried to save that set of Ishi Lalong Isip. Unsuccessful challenge for Coach Shaq. I think he knew it all along na puntos na talaga yun ng Creamline.
Yes. So, they're working on Eliza Valdez here. When she subbed out, it looked like she was limping a little bit. Not too pronounced, but it was a little bit of a limp going to the bench. So we'll keep an eye and an ear on that, maybe from Lexi Rodriguez in a bit. In the meantime, that's another good attack from Vanny. Creamline better be careful here. They're only up by 2. And Vanny's in front, Neil.
It's point number 7 for Vanny Gandler. Actually, ito lang yung hinihintay na rotation ni Coach Shaq. As long as Vanny Gandler is in the front row, merong option or default si Jel Cayuna for their out-of-system plays.
Yes. 2022. A set for the taking still. Tots. Dawn pops it up. Kyle will shoot it to the other side. Dawn is there again. Vanny on the approach. Where would you be without Dawn Katindig? I mean, Gandler will get the point.
Justice was served. Well deserved. Great effort from Don Macandili.
Second one, yeah.
He's just all over the floor, and the Vanny Gandler made sure to repay the efforts of Macandili Katindig with that off-the-block hit.
Down by 1, Neil.
Pumasok. Pagka na-release. Kaya, tingnan mo lang. 8 quick lang. Ano ka? Go! Pag-make ka.
Okay, let's go!
Go, let's go!
Hey, all in! Creamline!
Timeout, Coach Sherwin. As this lead is down to 1. Creamline's biggest lead here in the second set was 4. Dawn again. explosive, could not contain the power of Bernadette Pons.
Quick conversion from Bernadette Pons. Now they have arrived at warning point. Rosalind Doria was also just too late for the close-up.
Carlos with a bullet of a serve, handled by Katindig, and Gandler continues to rack up the points. 9 for her.
Keep on targeting zone number 1 as well. That has been the sweet spot, not just for Giovanni Gandler, but also for Bernadette Pons.
But now, Gandler will serve, so she will be behind. In the closing moments of this elongated second set. Anong nangyari doon, Neil?
Set was just too low. Kyle Negrito wasn't able to control that. I know that she wanted to go for a low set papunta kay Bernadette Pons so that MV Pons can just utilize her wrist action, but again, it was just too low.
A chance here as they have tied the match at 23. Back to Pons. Hits the antenna. Cignal with the lead.
These unforced errors from Creamline just allowed Cignal to regain the driver's seat here in set number 2, and now they're at set point.
And you know what I said earlier, all those challenges really, disrupted the momentum. And both the challenges are from both teams. Good reflexes by Creamline. Who will Gel go to? A set went awry. So we extend the second set at deuce right now, 24-all. And Michelle Gumabao will come in for Kyle Negrito.
It's a blocking substitution for Coach Sherwin Meneses. So they're hoping to get an immediate kill block with the injection of Michelle Gumabao.
Ooh, Dawn over receives that one. Can't blame her. She's done everything for this team, and every now and then, and credit to Bernadette Pons for loading up again on that serve.
Jel Cayuna is a back row player, so she cannot go for that chow, so you have to give her ample space for the set.
Set point. Too low. I think they're going to challenge, no? Yeah, I think they're going to challenge this one as a no block touch on that swing by Gemma Galanza. But do they still have a challenge? Mark Anthony Santos trying to confer with the technical committee. There is a challenge. They still have a challenge.
There's a referee's challenge.
Sorry, this is apparently a referee's challenge. Okay, a referee's challenge now. Which just the arm. So there is. So that will mean
Point will be rested.
should be. They're conferred. Creamline is in a position where they think they get the point. We speculate that they will replay the point, but
Yeah, because it wasn't a challenge on Cignal's end. It was the referee's challenge.
prompted originally by the Cignal challenge, which they did not have. So here comes Michelle. And referee Mark Anthony Santos.
Dahil nag-challenge nang wala eh. Pinagbigyan na lang ng referee's challenge eh. Tama naman yung black touch eh.
You can hear Michelle. Mark Anthony Santos has been a busy man today. And a second set that doesn't want to end. There's a ton of confusion now. Sherwin Meneses in the conversation.
Yung game sa pindot nila, hindi naman sa referee eh. So dun dapat tayo mag-base.
That also makes sense. I mean, the points of Michelle Gumabao, they have a point. But it will be up to the table officials and the first referee to decide on this point.
A contentious point, which they want to award to the Creamline Cool Smashers. All right, we'll take a break. We will be back to sort this all out.
So dapat ni-referee challenge ko. So dun sa referee challenge hindi papasok 'yon dahil sa mid play. Tama? So bola talaga ng Creamline. Yun yung decision ko. Gawa na. Sige na.
Point is awarded to Creamline Cool Smashers. Creamline Cool Smashers takes set number 2, 26-24.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena, and Mark Anthony Santos, during that break that you were on, talked to Katindig, talked to Gumabaw, and clarified and said that the final decision, they will award the point to the Creamline Cool Smashers without any protest anymore from the Cignal HD Spikers. So that was the set point. So Creamline gets set number 2. They're ahead 2 sets to love. We will be back.
That was
We're back inside the Phil Sports Arena. Officially, it is a 2 sets to love lead by the Creamline Cool Smashers. A long, drawn out second set. Well, almost an hour, 6 minutes before an hour there. Cignal came back at the end after all of those challenges, had a set point at 24-23, but Creamline finishing strong and taking 2 sets to love.
That is correct. They had almost the same attack rate efficiency, 25% for Cignal, 27% for Creamline, but Creamline had more attempts on offense compared to the Cignal HD Spikers. But it's also important to know that Don Macandili Katindig was just on another level. In the tail end of set number 2, she garnered so many excellent digs, and that helped Jel Cayuna set that ball up to their attackers. 17 attacks from Creamline, only 13 from Cignal HD. But it's a good thing that Cignal finally got on the board dun sa blocking department, because in the pregame, we actually talked about them being one of the hosts for best middle blockers.
Yeah.
And blocking was not present in set number 1. So
Right.
that's a good addition to their stat line. Unforced errors, both of them had almost the same number in set number 2. There are your leading scorers from both ends, Vanny Gandler and Bernadette Pons. And they will continue to rack up points for sure here in set number 3.
And yes, we finally get to set number 3 here. Good evening. Welcome to our live and exclusive coverage, continuing coverage of the PVL All-Filipino Conference on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and the Pilipinas Live app. Boom Gonzalez, Neil Flores, Lexi Rodriguez is also with us here at the Phil Sports Arena. And after a 54-minute second set, third set starts with Cignal garnering a point, a 6-point for Jackie Acuna.
She is coming off a 14-point output in their loss against the high-speed hitters. When she gets involved here in set number 3 ng mas madaming attempts, I think they will find themselves in a better position, because when you take a look at the options of offense ng Creamline versus Cignal, mas nagiging limited yung sa Cignal HD based on the first two sets compared to the Cool Smashers, na lahat ng tao talagang na-involved dun sa rotation.
Doria Aquino scoring on the backside of Jel Cayuna. Third point for her.
That's also something surprising, because we're used to Doria Aquino racking up double-digit numbers in the past. She was once a best middle blocker also in the PVL. So these are the numbers na titingnan natin here in the third frame if Cignal wants to extend.
9 points in the last match for Doria Aquino. That's out. You could hear the missed hit from Tots Carlos there.
Ball was very flat. There was no spin at all in that hit of Tots Carlos. This is another good start for Cignal HD. A 3-point blitz to start our third frame.
Got a 5-point lead in the first set, which they let go of. Chance ball here for the black shirts. Aquino. Was that a miss hit or was that a real tip? You be the judge. 4-0 Cignal.
Timeout. Cool Smashers.
Ano ba si Seth? Pare-pareho lang naman si Seth yan. May practice to. Let's go. Sabay, sabay tayo.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, Olen, Creamline!
Go lang. Let's go.
All right. Hot start.
Back at the
The
service
team
zone
that had
for
a
six.
set point in set number 2, 4-0. Good serve by Jackie. Dig pass. Back to Tots. One blocker. 4-1. Let's go to Lexi Rodriguez.
Thanks, Buminiel. And just to give a quick update on the Phenom herself, I got to ask her earlier, as you mentioned, Boom, when she was subbed out on the latter part of the game of the second set, she was limping and she was seen a bit of unconfidence on her face. And I did ask her about one question is, kamusta yung pain? On a scale of 1 to 10, she said 0. Smiling though, she said she was confirming that it's her right knee that's causing her a bit of pain. And I got word from her, she said she's okay. And while I was speaking to her, as I mentioned, she's smiling and assuring that she's okay. Her right knee is getting iced right now, and we're hoping to see more from her on the latter part of this game. But for now, she's being attended to by their PT. Now back to you, Buminiel.
Her icing, you see it there, the right knee of Alyssa Valdez. 5-1 in the meantime, right? Active start by Cignal here. Another chance to counter. Still alive, nope, doesn't make it. So they match now the biggest lead that they had in set number 1, and the middle attackers or middle blockers are now really getting into the picture for Coach Shaq.
They're changing their point of attack, which is good because that was the missing link in the first 2 sets. Yung involvement ng middles, hindi natin masyadong naramdaman. Now, passing has become a problem for the Cool Smashers.
Chance ball. Candler asking for it in the middle. Doing an impression of Bernadette Pons here. 2 points off that zone number 1. Cannot send it down the middle. Kailangan may angulo talaga. Good long hit. Biggest lead by Cignal any set. 6 points now. What has happened here for Creamline, Neil?
Again, passing has been so erratic for Creamline in the past few rallies. It's becoming hard for Kyle Negrito to dish out the excellent plays that we saw in the first 2 sets. That's for Cignal. Other members are gaining more confidence in attacking the defense of the Cool Smashers. Doria Aquina scored 3 points here in set number 3.
Yeah.
Acuna scored 1 as well, and now Vanny Gandler is at 11 points, almost tying the output of Bernadette Pons.
That's a little ambitious on the angle for Judith Abil. 2 straight points by Creamline here. See Eliza trying to walk it off there at the side for Creamline. Bangs. Vanny. Ooh, tough set. Second straight for Judith. Just trying too much maybe on that attack. Fernandez will come in.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
Neil.
clear that she's not too comfortable from the right pin.
Could see.
It's a different position altogether. You might think na similar lang yung pagiging left wing spikers or right pin, but it's totally different.
Yep. The angles that you have to work with, the responsibilities, all of these things are different. Gemma saves it. Creamline scrambling. One more, Bernadette says. Pabalik sa net. Dawn keeps it up. Chance ball for Creamline, down 3, overpass. Another overpass. Another one. And a scrape at the net by PDL. Even as it seemingly was going to be a Creamline point, Cignal gets it. 8-4 is our score.
First technical timeout.
The annual NBA Watch and Win is back. Watch the live games on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live until Feb 16, and wait for the questions to be flashed on screen during breaks. Visit nba.onesports.ph after to send your answers. 8-4. Cignal trying to extend this match. Creamline going for their 7th win in a row. Cignal is at 5-2.
At the service,
Leading scorer for Cignal on deck. Michelle, by the way, is back. Dawn again. Sent back. Back set. Identifying the hole. And Dawn cannot cover everything, but she definitely tries.
Yeah, she's trying her best to keep as many balls alive as possible.
Oh boy.
Masyadong malaki yung court.
Cayuna. Gandler from behind with a bullet. Good dig there by Gemma. And counter-attack by Pons.
Yes, there was a check ball on Danny Gandler. Alam lang talaga ni Bernadette Pons kung kailan niya papabagalin, kailan niya papabilisin yung mga hits niya. And it just amazes me every time we see her go up in the air.
Is she scoring? That will be her 8th point of the match.
That has been her go-to strategy.
Yes.
Again, look at the
Eyeball, eh, no?
trajectory. Mataas talaga.
Ooh, what a sharp serve.
PVL got in the way of that pass. It was going to Bernadette Pons already. So as a middle blocker, you have to try to avoid the first pass unless nasa harapan mo talaga siya.
Right. Tsaka kita mo yung position ni Bea. Past the body na yung twist niya. So, more often than not. Oh! What an angle. For Pons. All right, let's go back to Lexi. Lexi, go ahead.
Thanks, Boom. Well, as we see, there's a much better offense we're seeing from Cignal since they're sticking to the game plan. They really needed an extra boost in morale, especially during the past long sets, which brings me to what you said earlier, Boom. You mentioned that Vanny developed a more professional skill. She's more unpredictable this time around when she attacks. Actually, on the sidelines, I noticed that she would watch herself during replays. Sabi niyo nga, she has owned up to this role. She's not shying away from being this go-to Cignal player, because for Vanny, if she were to describe herself in one word, it would be resilient. She can rise back up from any challenge, and she can rise up to the occasion when she is needed. Well, this time around, Cignal is really trying to push this to a 4th, and the key to that extension is consistency. Buminil.
So far, so good, Lexi. Up 12-7. Lalong isip on fire. 3 points here in the set, mostly on hit-outs, high balls. Nag-iisip din eh, Neil.
She just has to be careful. Usually, yung mga hit-outs, it happens last second. Because sometimes when the blocker already knows that you're going for that hit-out, binababa nila yung kamay nila.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful as well.
12-8. Vanny misreceiving. 9-12. No lead is safe. This one was a 6-point lead at one point, cut in half now.
This is also the same situation in set number 1, I believe.
9-4.
Yeah, when Creamline started to rack up the aces, that was the time that they were able to erase the lead built by the HD Spikers. So it is imperative for Cignal HD to get this next point.
Gemma on the counter.
Wow.
Dawn sliding. That's another point from Ishi. This time she went for it.
else can we say about Don Macandili Katindig? Again, she's the best digger so far for a reason.
Bar none. Imagine her doubting herself at some point. Neil, remember that conversation that she had with you and me? Doubting her skills? As a swipe or a scratch at the net, apparently, by a Creamline player. Lead us back to 5. Roy Bernardo will come in for Pangs Panaga. One of the deepest, if not the deepest bench in the PVL against the most shallow bench in the PVL. In the case of Cignal, not by choice. Instant point! Coach Sherwin knows the team so well, just who to bring in at one point of the game.
Fountain of talent is just there for the Cool Smashers.
Kasira ng timing eh, di ba? Parang
Kaliwete pa na middle blocker.
Pinuntahan agad eh. Solid receive there, solid dig rather. You know, earlier in the first set when they were down 5, they brought in Tons Carlos. Impact right away, they changed the complexion of the game. And now, as we see the spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan, Lori Bernardo is looking to do the same. Just change the tempo of this game in Creamline's favor.
Okay naman yung timing sa block, yung recover lang ng ball.
Huwag mo na kunin. Kaya namin. Okay, sige.
Boy, tsaga lang ha. Okay, ay, one good pass ulit. Atake lang tayo ha, atake. Junjun, subuhin mo to.
Natin bitawan sa
Diba, ano ba yung adjustment natin? Diba, same lang ng pattern ha.
Hey, Cignal!
Biggest lead was 6 here. Again, twice cut in half by Creamline. Jackie Acuna, 6 points for herself here. For the HD Spikers, Negrito, 11, serving 14. High ball. Vanny goes over the blockers and sends it to zone 1 again.
At this point, Creamline has to adjust their defense pattern in the back row kasi kanina pa butas yung zone number 1.
Which was yung sakit ng Cignal kanina. Candler, by the way, approaching her average. Well, actually, she's there. 12.7 is her average. She has 12 now. Cunha was there. Gumabaw. The 4th point of the match.
You know what Creamline is missing right now? It's really the numbers of Gemma Galanza. She has been quiet. We're not
After the first set, yeah.
Seeing her with a quiet production of 6 points. She's always up front pagdating sa atake ng Creamline.
13.6 average for Gemma so far. Candler gets this one. And swings it by the defense. Past Bernardo, past Gumabaw. And it is 16-12 for Cignal HD. SB Finance, ang BFF na malalapitan. 16-12 is our score. Cignal this time playing a better overall game here to have this 4-point lead. Trying to extend this to a fourth. They are coming off a loss against PLDT the last time, also in four sets. They won that third set. Combination. A set back. 17-12. Back to 5.
7 points already for Doria Aquino. These are the block touches na hinahanap natin since set number 1. They weren't able to register any block point in set number 2. But in set number 1 rather, but in set number 2, they were able to get one more compared to the Creamline blockers.
Ooh. Wow. Oh, that's classic MG power.
Heavy-handed as always.
Pag-perfect set talaga sa kanya.
She also had a clear view of that down the line angle, even if Don Macandili Katindig was there.
17-13. Fernandez, cross, confusion there, so chance ball here for the black shirts. And Doria Aquino again racking up the points. That will be her 6th point here in the set, 8 overall.
She's catching up. It's a production ni Ishi lalong isip. 5-point lead for the HD Spikers. Looking good in the third frame.
Candler leads. Cignal with 13. Candler was there. Cayuna will shoot it to Ishi. Not this time, says Creamline.
Two of the best blockers from Creamline conniving for that shutdown.
Block of the set brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. No entry. MG takes her time. Double dump. Another one. Still alive. Oh! A miscue from Cignal. Sorry opportunity for them. As a net touch will be called on Doria Aquino on the miss-hit by Bernadette Pons. So that leads down to 3. Coach Shaq calls time.
Go for 19, go for 19.
Mula ulit tayo sa basa.
Good evening po.
Hey, laban! Cignal!
Well, good evening din sa inyo. We hear you. We hear you. All right. Lead down to 3. Bumabaw, 15, serving 18. Third set action. Can Cignal hold them off? Ishi this time changing it up. 12 points, matching her output against PLDT.
From the draft night pa lang, alam natin na good pick talaga si Ishi lalong isip para dito sa Cignal HD.
And she really came into the season in better shape too. She looked great. And then of course, ngayon nalagay sa starter pa. So, Pons denied! Return to sender. And back to 5. Good timeout by Coach Shaq. It's Cunha with that left hand. And for her, that will be her 7th point. A tip. Gel. Vanny from behind. Negrito, sorry, that's Atienza rather. Good chase by Ishii. Sky ball, free ball for Creamline. Great set for BDL.
Great choice of attack also from Kyle Negrito. They saw Ishii lalong isip still running towards her position. It's only single block coverage from the HD Spikers.
4-point lead. Fernandez gets the point.
Quick swing from Fernandez. Now we're seeing the collective effort of the HD Spikers. Each member is focusing on their own roles.
Ito si Fernandez, mas komportable siya dito sa opposite. Even with in college or even with F2. Chance ball. BDL again! And a crowd coming alive. That is bad news. If you're the opponent, you don't want the crowd being part of the equation.
Kyle Negrito just speeding things up. Wanted to give Bea De Leon another chance to attack off that back quick play. And nakita niya the middle blocker was already looking at the outside hitter.
Is she again? Sinakal pa! 13 points for the 7th pick of the PVL draft. High hands.
Playing like a veteran.
Yes. Okay, you gotta be happy for these youngsters, you know, forging their own identities here in the PVL. Oh, able to dig that up. Ishii decides against the hit. Gemma. Denied! Rejected by Acuna. And a timeout. Final one by Coach Sherwin as the lead is back to its highest at 6.
Back quick, open. Kahit anong fake mo dyan, dalawa yan. Kung gusto magtulungan si Gemma, hindi mag-1 ka. Pero kung gusto mong patakihin ng single block, hindi kay Lori mo ibigay. Kasi traditional block sila nung dito. O isa, one-on-one lang yan. O, tentative ang block, B-pass, so wala na agad yan. Ha? Let's go, okay lang. Go, aral, aral.
Let's go, go!
Coach Sherwin. Last words, aral, aral. Basahin yung depensa.
You have to go back to the intention of the players. And he was talking to Kyle Negrito.
Yeah.
If you want to help Gemma by giving her a single block, you have to go to this specific play, so on and so forth. So again, in-game adjustments dyan papasok for the Cool Smashers.
Gemma will try again. Gemma has been quiet. That is a tough set. Counter-attack here. Galanza always with a double block on her. So, Negrito decides to go back row.
It was Bernadette Pons once again of that 5 attack. And she was clearly asking for that ball. She knew that she was going to face a single blocker in Jackie Acuna.
Back to Gandler, who's in front. That's long. The biggest lead was 6. Here come the Cool Smashers. Down 4, and Coach Shaq
There's a challenge on the call.
will go for a challenge here, which probably, Neil, is a pseudo timeout right now. He's going to use this to just halt a little bit of the momentum of Creamline, who scored 2 straight points, pending, of course, this challenge. This block touch challenge. We have a quicker decision here. No. And I think Shaq knew it too. He's just trying to do some gamemanship here. They're 2 points away. The Cool Smashers trying to chase. Gandler. That will drop in. Oh, but is there a touch from our second referee, Angelo Howe? They're not going to challenge?
Yes, there was a net infraction on Vanny Gandler, but they were contesting na nauna daw bumagsak
Bumaba
yung
yung bola.
bola before the net infraction.
Well, the point awarded now to Creamline. That's 3 straight points. 23-20. Thoughts?
This is where pressure will kick in.
Yep.
I know that Cignal is up by 2 points, but when Creamline is on attack mode and when Kyle Negrito is speeding things up, doon nararattle yung opponents nila. So again, a side point is needed from Cignal HD.
And remember, you know, Cignal has been in this situation against Creamline before. Danny Gandler gets them to set point. 1 point. That's what she's saying. We've also never seen Vanny Gandler in a leadership role ever before in her volleyball career. But right now, she's trying to do that in connection and in conjunction with Dawn Katindig, of course. 3 set points for the HD Spikers. Thoughts? Good reaction there. Chance ball. Cignal will go to Aquino. Atienza keeps it alive. Overpass. Atienza to Galanza. Cayuna. Miscommunication between her and Aquino. And the crowd getting into it now.
Well played by Kyla Atienza. She was able to keep that ball in play. Cignal almost scored that point, but they had a lot of botched passes off the free ball given by Creamline.
Galanza serving, 22-24. Oof, another misreceived pass. And another chance for Creamline to score. Pons is in front, and she puts it away.
Porsyento na to. Sabi ni Kyle Negrito, she wanted to get Bernadette Pons up front.
And by the way, what a serve by Galanza that started it all. That's why they got the ball back.
Cignal still has one chance to put this ball away.
Another set point save. Abil with a good receive. Gandler. And we are going to a 4th set for Vanny Gandler. That is her 15th point of the match. Cignal with enough cushion to save the set.
Oh, Vanny Gandler carved out that hard 4th set for her team. So now we're heading to a 4th.
We'll see you on the other side.
Fanny Candler displayed the nerves of steel as she scored that last point in their favor.
We're seeing players basically grow in front of our eyes and develop maturity in front of our eyes. Some of them forced to develop maturity faster, like, you know, Ishinga in her case, and then Vanny coming into her own. And you know, this is an achievement because you did say in the pregame, of the 6 wins of Creamline, 4 of those were straight sets. So it has been rare here, at least in the PVL All-Filipino Conference, that they have been pushed more than 3 sets.
This is the perfect avenue for Ishilalong Isip to grow against the champion team. Grand Slam champions in the PVL. Which also helped improve the efficiency of their conversion in set number 3. 33% for Cignal as a team, only 23 for the Cool Smashers. But again, we can't forget about the efforts of Don Makandili Katindig. 15 excellent digs as a team in set number 3, and majority none for sure was under her name.
She is a gift that keeps on giving. That's no question. Oh, good dig there by Lalong Isip. Cross court by Vanny. Shema, we haven't heard from her in a while. Vanny again. She is there. Acuña asking for it. That's why. She had that face on you.
She wanted to score that point.
She wanted it so badly.
Parang sabi niya kay Jel, makuha ka sa tingin, isa mo sa akin.
And by the way, for Acuña, that will be her 8th point of the match. It's too low.
That was way off base from the Cool Smashers. This is another strong start for the HD Spikers.
Ishi 3-0. To Atienza. Pons. First point for Creamline in set 4. Let's bring in Lexi Rodriguez.
Thanks, Bumanil. Well, if you remember our Pilipinas Live poll question of the day, which team will step up in the clutch? And by the looks of what happened in that 3rd set, Ishilalong Isip is definitely stepping up to the clutch. Well, Boom, I'm happy that you mentioned that she's the 7th draft of the last PVL draft. And from my conversation with Ishi earlier, she said that she's had 3 conferences under her belt, but ito talaga yung ramdam niya na babad na siya. That's why, you know, for her, it's important she also celebrates her small wins. And while she thinks that she's had a bad game on the last match against PLDT, she's definitely having a good day so far. Well, for now, Coach Shaq reminds them to just follow what they were instructed to do. Stick to the system, smart out on the opponent's plays, and stay alive, hopefully till the end. Now back to you, Bumanil.
Okay, tapos na. Service. Jackie.
Thank you, Lexi. 4-1 is our score. Tots Carlos with another deception play there. Tots Carlos with 11 points off the bench. Pons leading Creamline with 17. Good receive by Judith. Good dig by Torres. Very close to the net. Tight, tight. Spate of errors now.
Cignal can build on this lead and force the Cool Smashers into a 5th set. Pero mahaba-haba na to. They will crawl to that 25-point mark because we know that Creamline doesn't stop. Even if they're facing a huge deficit, hahabol at hahabol sila.
With plays like that, beautifully executed, Neil. Look at Bea De Leon
Fishing out Doria Aquino to assist Bernadette Pons.
Pons serving now. Pons with 18 points. Big pass. Vanny again going long. Thoughts adjusting. Gel back to Vanny on a combination. Again, Something we've seen with Vanny now. A threat everywhere.
There's a new go-to girl in town.
Yeah. Look at that. Embraced by Gandler. Gemma again has been dug. She's either been dug or blocked as Lalong Isip goes to the corner. Oh, playing like she's been here for years.
That's just fearless attacking from
Yes.
Ishi Lalong Isip. Again, it wasn't the optimal set because it was coming from the back row player Don Makandili Katindig. But she still went for it.
Yeah, yun eh. The word fearless, tama ka eh. Nothing to lose. Yep. Automatic point.
Double contact.
Double contact. Nalito. Si Coach Shaq. The whole bench.
They share a light moment.
7-4 still. PVL serving. Set 4. They continue to go to the rookie, and the rookie continues to spank that ball. Chance ball. Balik na naman! Chance here for the black shirts. Vanny from behind. BDL takes it in the chest. Another free ball. Aquino this time gets it. And a little bit of a miss hit. But it still works. 9 points. And more importantly, they maintain a 4-point lead.
8, 6, 8, 4, 3.
We're in for a marathon match here as the Cignal HD Spikers proving to be very stubborn for the champions Creamline Cool Smashers. Actually started very well, fizzled in the first set. Second set, they could have had that second set. Missed you in the end, giving Creamline the 2 sets to love lead. Then holding strong in the third set. And now leading by 4 in the fourth. And a collective effort. How's everybody getting involved? That's another giveaway. Yeah. 5-point lead again. 9-4. This is where we were also in set number 1. 9-4. Biggest lead was 6 for Cignal. Biggest lead for Creamline, I believe, was 4. Oh, also 6. Yeah. Creamline had a 6-point lead earlier, so both had 6-point leads. Abil. Hey, whatever works.
That's still a point for the HD Spikers. Looks like yun yung naging game plan ni Coach Shaq de los Santos. They know that they have solid defense up front and in the back. So I guess ang mentality nila entering this game against Creamline, basta dumipensa tayo, maiangat natin yung bola, hindi na natin magiging problema yung attackers even if kulang tayo sa tao.
Bernardo's back in for Creamline. Second ball put away, doesn't work. Abil will try again. Denied. Ooh, that's tight. That's very tight, and you saw it off the fingertips of Doria Aquino. Tried to swipe it, but Kyle knew it too. 5 serving 10. The scissor play seen by the defense of Creamline. Slide by Torres. Slide by Katindig. That's very low.
Yeah, that's just too low. Jelka tried to hit that break foot.
Yeah.
So that she could save that pass from Don Makandili Katindig. But sometimes nakakailang talaga yun when the setter is in the back row tapos masyadong dikit yung bola sa harapan.
Good pass here. Pons there for the sweep. It's too low. Net block. 11-6 again.
They're holding on to that 5-point lead.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Good pass. Gemma has been stuck at 6 points. Gel does the right thing, but over.
She tried to go for that knuckle shot. She knew that the corner pocket was open. All ages.
Yeah. Better pass here for Cignal. Good dig by Gemma. Touch of the net by Jel Cayuna.
Lead is down to 3 for the HD Spikers.
Pons has 19. Timeout, Coach Shaq. Bernadette Pons averaging 9.8 in this conference.
Up tayo ng 3. Focus pa rin tayo, okay ha? Kailangan tumaas ulit yung ano natin, yung intensity ng performance natin, ha?
Yes, coach.
Okay, focus up.
Go. Nice cover, bakla. Diba? Good yun. Flash reaction. Bounce ball. Yes, sis. Bibigay ko ang ulo ko ngayon. Let's go! Tayo gagawa ng puntos. Wala tingin tayo magkakaya. Signal!
Alam na nila yung play.
3-point lead. Cut in half again. Same story as set number 3. Gemma Galanza, as we said, stuck in 6 points. 5 in the first set, 1 in the second set, none in the third, none so far here in the fourth. She's been blocked, she's been dug.
She's really trying her best to contribute off defense. We saw a couple of good digs a while ago.
Oh, familiar spot.
Again, a zone number 1. Still open for the taking.
I don't know if I read the lips of Jackie correct. Sabi niya, gusto mo, ikaw lang. Kay Gandler. Because Gandler's been going to that spot. 12-8. Good timeout by Coach Shaq. Pons. Good up. Chance ball for Creamline. Pons again. Left hand dig. Gandler on the counter. Kyle. The thoughts. Dawn keeps it up. Another play by Cignal. Nakisali na si Jel Cayuna dun sa spot na yun.
Lahat tayo, targetin natin yung zone number 1. Wala pa tumatao eh. I'm loving the matchup of Kyle Negrito and Jel Cayuna.
As always, no?
There are similarities in their setting style. Both are very aggressive also up front.
Mautak. High IQ. Thinking setters. That's Carlos now. 12 points for her. 13-9. Alam mo yung nakakaasar pa dun pagka ninalagay dun sa dulo. Sa harap ng coach eh. Bumabagsak eh. Asar ano. Sa harap ni Sherwin bumabagsak eh. At wala siya magawa.
Tight. But Jackie Acuna was able to swipe it off the hands of Bernadette Pons.
11 points.
I think this is the biggest lead for the HD Spikers at 7.
Oh, definitely. Either team, actually. Both had 6-point leads, but now, biggest lead to try to force into a 5th. Ooh! Pons able to receive and spike.
She has been the most active attacker on the floor for the Cool Smashers.
20 points for her. Let me check that. 19. All right. Mafe Galanza will come in. Change of characters here for Coach Sherwin. Vanny chasing. And the sisters trying to save that ball. 17 points for the go-to girl of the Cignal HD Spikers, averaging 12.7 a match. And also, by the way, coming from a 22-point performance the last time out. Forgot to mention that. In a loss against PLDT. Ooh, BFF. Lead is down to 4, by the way. So a 3-point run by Creamline here. Dawn, very tight. Finds a way to tip it over. Chance here again for Cignal. Back to Danny. 4-0 run.
Creamline is almost exclusively going to Bernadette Pons from all sides of the court, from the front line to that pipe attack. She has been the most consistent scorer for the Cool Smashers in this entire match. From 7 points down, now a 3-point lead for the HD Spikers.
Candler stops the run. 16-12 for the Cignal HD.
Cignal HD Spikers, Hong Kong, 16-12.
Sir Augie Kadwa of Cignal HD. I'm sure he's not yet sitting so comfortably, even with the lead here in the 4th set.
Out na direct.
As the Creamline Cool Smashers trying to make a chase, cutting down that 7-point lead. 16-12, Vanny Gandler leading Cignal at 18 points with 18 points. Dawn will go to Ishii. Good coverage there. Judith on the other side. Good chase by the blockers of Creamline. Michelle unloads, but Dawn was there. Counter-attack. Ishilalo Isip. 15 points for the rookie.
Wow, Ishilalong Isip is having the time of her life on the floor again. Opportunities open. So when you get that opportunity to be part of that starting six, you have to flex your skill set so that the coaches can keep on fielding you in.
Yeah, you keep your spot.
Jelka Yun is also digging like a libero.
Ooh. Michelle cutting the lead down to 4. Yeah, me and Jamie were talking about it the other day. Once you crack the rotation, your next goal is to crack
keep it.
the 6 muna. And then you crack the top 6. And then you want to keep that spot. Pons was there. Doug. Lalong Isip with the approach. Fanny goes long. Gemma still unable to score. Ishi again. Ishi will try again, and the fearless Lalong Isip will be rewarded for another point.
That was a clear double contact violation.
Not much protest on the side of Creamline 2. Ishi will be... That will probably be her 16th point.
It is back to 5 for the HD Spikers. Looking good here in set number 4.
One-hand dig.
Again. Well, if it ain't broken, why change it?
Timeout, Coach Sherwin. The rookie playing the game of her life. No hesitation every time.
Yes, Coach, sorry. Okay lang, okay lang. C5 lang tayo. Triangle lang tayo, ha? Triangle, ha? Kaya nga, makapatay tayo ng isa. Tatatlo pa Spikers. Hawakan yung maigi yung kamay niyo sa receive. Gumaganyan lang, oh. Hawakan mabuti. Ha? Positive tayo sa receive. Let's go.
Go, smile, go, smile!
Sir Jonathan Nang, of course, in attendance. Ribisco. His team is again chasing for the second. Actually, no. This is already for the third set. Third set na sila naghahabol. But they pulled it off in the first. Great touch. Great decision by MG.
That's it for the double substitution of Coach Sherwin Meneses. Babalik si Kyle Negrito and Tots Carlos.
So officially, 16 points for Ishi Lalong Isip. As Negrito serves, 14 serving 19. Acuña again. Swinging away for 12 points.
From the approach pa lang ni Jackie Acuña, we already knew that it was going to be a solid hit. Be quick play against a single block from Creamline.
Gemma on the right side. Cignal able to get a rebound. No touch here. Are they going to challenge? Our first challenge of set 4. Ito, pag ito, nakuha pa, napakaswerte na nitong si Ishi. Not that she hasn't been good, but she has been targeting those high fingers, those high hands. I thought it was too high this time, but let's see.
Lori Bernard is saying that there was no block touch on her end.
On her end. 18 points for Gandler, 16 for Lalong Isip. Doria Aquino really coming alive with 9, also chasing Acuna, by the way, with 12. So 3 players in double figures, which is what you want to see from Cignal. And that ball really was high this time. In the meantime, production from Creamline, Pons with 20, 12 from Thoughts, 8 from PVL, 7 from Gumabaw, 6 from Galanza, and Galanza has not scored since that 1 point in the second set. points for the 7th overall pick.
He's just 1 point behind Vanny Gandler.
They're not.
So they are the new 1-2 punch of the HD Spikers.
And you saw it. I saw it against PLDT, Neil. You saw the promise already. It's just a matter of getting a little more confidence.
They weren't bad nung game nila.
Oh, definitely not. No.
I was actually surprised. Some, I guess, were expecting na magkakaroon ng drastic change kasi dalawang starting 6 players yung nawala. But they fought tooth and nail.
Yep.
And I thought that would actually go a 5-set match, but PLDT was just too strong.
Yep. Speaking of strong, that was a big hit by Jackie. And for Acuna, that will be her 13th point. Timeout will be called by Coach Sherwin as the lead is back to 6. And we are getting ready for a 5th if Coach Sherwin cannot pull some magic here.
Gawin lang natin yung trabaho natin, kung saan abutin, okay lang.
Let's go!
Pasa, block, deflect. Basta wag lang mabilis yung puntos nila. Okay?
Let's go!
Let's go, let's go.
Let's go!
Hey, let's go, girls! All in, Creamline!
Let's go! Let's go!
Tots Carlos and the rest of the Creamline Cool Smashers have gone to a 5th setter here in this PVL All-Filipino Conference. And that was against Zeus. Oh, and that's still alive. Gandler now. Denied. Shut down by Tots Carlos.
Creamline is still in this set.
Yeah, they have a chase late in that 3rd. They're going to try to do it again here. And you know, the other thing that Cignal has been successful in doing, it's really silenced this crowd. This predominant Creamline crowd.
They're very confident in passing. They're confident in digging. They're getting good rebounds. Everything is just connecting. Jel Cayuna has distributed the ball really well. 4 players in double digits already.
And they're 2 points away from their first 5th setter of the All-Filipino Conference if they are successful. PDL says, not yet. You gotta earn it. 9 points for her. Gel to Vanny. Pons with a dig. Gemma with a free ball. Still toss for Cayuna. Dawn with a pancake. That will be out. And Cignal 6-set points.
There's a challenge on the floor. It's a block touch challenge from the Cool Smashers.
And if this is unsuccessful, Cignal will be a point away from forcing our fifth setter of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. We've had 7 so far. Creamline has had 1. That was against Zeus. I remember you and I were together. We were watching that game on our phones when Zeus pushed Creamline into 5 sets.
And we talked about that on starting lineup.
Yes,
all of the things that we talked about actually happened.
There's a block touch, so the point will go to Creamline. So Cignal cannot celebrate just yet. Coach Shaq, I think this is a very smart timeout by Coach Shaq.
Timeout. Cignal HD Spikers.
Tayo bumuntos ha, kung tayo napuntos natin ha. Pasa, diskarte ka dyan ha. Ha? Ganun pa rin, same movement, same game plan tayo ha. Okay?
Ako sa bola ha, walang bibitaw. Alam niya pag hindi ko sinasabay. Ganto mo na ha. Okay, walang bibitaw. Tapusin na natin. 24 muna, let's go. Laban Cignal! Awesome!
Cignal has been here before, Neil, especially against Creamline. This has been a familiar storyline, and I'm not talking about the set. If they push this to a 5th, which they're 2 points away from, this is not a strange territory for them. They've had Creamline on the ropes a few times in their history against each other. But first, they have to finish this set, and the crowd is trying to will their team back into it.
And the pressure is creeping in.
Yeah, parang yung dulo
the same scenario for Cignal HD.
This is a 3-0 run. Candler is still in front for Cignal. So is Doria Aquino. Better pass there. Candler had to adjust. What an angle! What an angle!
Manny Candler just displaying restraint and control.
Variety, restraint and control, composure, adjustment there. That is a great cut shot.
Yung mga adjustment na gusto makita ng mga setters. Even if it's not a perfect set, the attackers would still try their best to score the point.
Gemma finally gets a point. Her 7th. Are they going to challenge this? No. No, Coach Shaq says, never mind.
Yes, there was a block touch on Judith Abel. It hit the right hand of Judith Abel first before it hit the antenna. So that's a legitimate point for the Cool Smashers.
Ella De Jesus will come in to serve and sweep. 1 set point save. Candler is behind. The rookie Lalong Isip is in front. 3 set points. Candler receives. Chell goes to the rookie. Ella with a chase. They set up Gemma. Gemma is blocked. Tots. Oh! What a spot by Tots Carlos.
When all else fails, just look for Tots Carlos and send that ball to her so that she will convert.
Oh, what a cut. That's another great cut shot on the opposite side. Can Cignal stay solid for 1 more point? Doug. Is it Galanza time, Neil?
What a time for Gemma Galanza to score back-to-back points.
After being silent for 2.5 sets. 1 more set point save. 23-24, and now the crowd is back in it. Ishii delivers. The rookie takes us to a 5th set. Playing the match of her life. Ishii Lalong Isip with a massive swing.
She left it all out on the floor in that last hit. Went for power. She knew that they were at that advantage. Di po kami kasama. That's officially a point for the Cignal HD Spikers.
And officially our 8th fifth set match of the All-Filipino Conference coming up. It took for us to decide how that fourth set would end. And it would end the same way the third set ended, Neil, by Cignal coming together at the right time, holding off, fending off every single Creamline rally, staying solid in the end, even down to their rookie.
But they were able to pass the test of character in both of those tight sets.
Yeah.
They can manage to build a good lead against the Cool Smashers, but the main question lagi is the end game. Can they close it out? But Ishi lalong isip has other plans tonight. She wants a fifth set. She wants
No.
to win this.
Sorry, Neil. She has no plans tonight. Kaya gusto niya dito tayo.
Okay. Point taken. Let's look at the stats. 19 attacks for the HD Spikers. Usually, Creamline yung nasa taas ng stat line ng attacking with all of their weapons in their arsenal. Creamline was able to get more blocks though compared to Cignal, but the attacks were enough to surpass the Cool Smashers in set number 4. So here in set number 5 for Cignal, they have to start out strong because yung mga sets na nakapag-establish sila ng early 5-point lead, yun yung mga napanalunan nila. And as for Creamline, they have to go all out on their attacking. I know that Bernadette Pons has a very high efficiency, but the Creamline system works best pag lahat involved. So you might be right, partner. It might be Gemma Galanza time here in set number 5 because she was able to score crucial points in the tail end of set number 4. Sean Teves.
Yes, our buddy is back here in the PVL. And that's a great point that you made, Neil, because we did say that she scored 2 straight points. So will those 2 straight points give her a little rhythm going into the 5th set? And we all know Gemma Galanza loves the 5th set. Ano ba yung lagi niya? The most unforgettable Gemma Galanza quote I've heard is in recent memories, yung ang sarap maglaro ng may pressure. Is what she would always say, right? In championship games. And here's one. They're under pressure right now. It may not be a championship match, but they have an unblemished record to try to protect. So it might just be Gemma Galanza time. In the meantime, flowers to the Cignal HD the whole team has really contributed to this extended match that we are experiencing right now, including the rookie Ishi lalong isip. And the first point will go to Creamline, which has not happened since set number 3. And as we know, set number 5, very short set. So if Creamline gets a fast start here, pressure will be back on to Cignal.
This was expected. We know that the first point is very important in the 5th set. And alam ni Kyle Negrito kung kanina siya dapat pumunta. Creamline will get another chance to attack.
Dawn this time. Crito with a good dig. Sent back. Pons will send it. Abil sliding. Candler off the fingers. Thoughts on the right side. Dart by Dawn. Gel goes back to Gandler. Guess where she goes?
Zone 1 still open on the floor for Creamline.
Open for business for Vanny Gandler.
We're still looking for those in-game adjustments. There was a huge hole in that zone.
And we did say this in the pregame. Last few matches of Cignal and Creamline have been intense. And they have given us massive entertainment tonight. 15 points by Tots Carlos coming off the bench. What a set by Kyle. Under duress from that net 2 on her right side.
Judith Abel just couldn't contain the power in that combination.
Not a lot can. Creamline.
In PVL history, we know that Creamline has the upper hand already pagdating sa 5th set because they thrive under pressure. They know what to do. And for Cignal HD, again, it's about the timing of these side outs. You need to get a side out.
Pasa mo na ulit. Judith, pag dumidepensa ako, makatapat sa'yo, huwag ka lang lumikot. Iyangat mo na lang.
Tsaga lang ako, tsaga.
Okay, usap lang ulit.
Dalawa lang yan. Kumita natin daw.
Sige.
Tsaga, tsaga.
Pasa mo na ulit ha, pasa mo na. Atake ulit.
Stick lang tayo sa game
No.
lang.
Pag may tsaga.
Let's go! Laban Cignal!
They need to take advantage while Vanny is also in front. Down 2 here in the 5th. Tots Carlos will continue to serve. Our 5th setter of the All-Filipino. Second for Creamline, first for Cignal. Good pass there. Off the rebound, Gemma will send it easily. Dawn will go to Vanny. Vanny. Chance for Cignal again. Aquino. Nalunod ng konti. Pons. Cayuna. Back to Gandler. Still alive. Free ball. De Leon asking for it. Carlos keeps it up. One more chance here. Down 2. Oh! 4-1 Creamline. Off a miscue by Cignal.
You can see the blocking pattern of Creamline. They're focusing on Vanny Gandler. They're trying to block off all angles. Kasi pag nawala yung main scorer ng Cignal, it will create that frustration that we were talking about.
3-point.
+1 for Cignal.
2-4. Saturday, PVL prime time. Gel will have 3 attackers. Gemma receives. Net defense by Aquino. 2 straight points for Cignal. Good read.
Yep.
1-on-1. Aquino with 11 points. Acuna with 13.
24-point output for the middle blockers of Cignal HD. But these are the small balls that matter in a 5th set. I mean, that was potentially a chance for Cignal HD to counter the attack of Creamline.
Five serving 3. points. The second service ace for Bernadette Pons. And her 5th of the conference. She had 3 coming into this game, 2 here in this match. Vanny on the opposite side. Even with the rebound, it finds its way in zone 1. Yeah. Still right there in the match.
There's a magnet in zone 1, just attracting all of these balls from the HD Spikers.
Lalo na kay Vanny, you know? PVL says, I can do that too.
You can't leave an open block for the Creamline attack. Look at that. Clear skies for Bea de Leon. Kyle Negrito was able to fish Ishi Lalong Isip on that jump set.
Lunod na lunod si Ishi. Backtracking. Lead is 3. Pons was there. Gemma, too low. Ishi! What instinct by the rookie! She is playing out of her mind right now.
It's just second wind for Ishi Lalong Isip. And the ball was a bit far from the net, but she was still able to hit that ball and target that corner pocket.
Yeah, she overextended her back already for that one. Sent it to the right zone. Good save by Gel. Vanny. That's 4 touches? Oh, okay. Yeah. Called by Mark Anthony Santos. 8-5. Creamline. We go to the changeover. Let's go to Lexi Rodriguez while this crowd is humming.
Thanks, Brumanil. Well, it's getting hot in here, especially with the crowd going wild. And sabi mo nga, Boom, it's the 5th set of the conference so far. And as for Coach Shaq, he said the same instructions. And mostly, you know, during timeouts, he just lets the girls talk amongst themselves. And that is the key, actually, for the Cignal HD Spikers. And as for Coach Sherwin, you know, he did tell me that still no Eliza for now, but he remains to stay confident, sticking with his system. He told me that if there's one thing about the Creamline Cool Smashers, he know that you need to know is at the level of competitiveness that these girls have with themselves. That's something that you really can't cool down. And bukod sa skill that they already have, it really is the fire and the spirit that they have within. Now back to you, Bumanil.
Also, Lexi, that experience that they've had all these years of going through these 5-set matches. It is out, and Creamline will challenge.
It was right in front of the lines judge.
Ball in, ball out.
PVL is being attended to, by the way, right now. Challenge by Creamline. We are at 8-5. What a match this turned out to be.
If this is unsuccessful, Cignal HD will get to point number 6. And this is only a race to 15.
They're in it. They're in it. Creamline. There's not a single situation you can imagine that they haven't been through. There's the dive by Dawn, but the ball there. Oh, it's in. Like I said, Neil, sometimes pag nakaharap yung line judge sa bola, yan ang pinakamahirap tawagan or i-judge.
Timeout.
Especially with that. That's millimeters. Good challenge by Creamline. 4-point lead.
Ulan natin yung galaw natin. Paano natin ibabalik muna? Isa-isayin lang. Tsaga lang. Okay. Kasi may hirap. 4 lang yan. Ready sa mga check. Okay, Jackie.
trying to focus, trying to clear her head. While the fans of Creamline try to cheer them on to victory here. Extended to a 5th.
And 5 is the score. 5th of Creamline.
Vanny was the target. They knew. Panaga, the often overlooked and underestimated key player of the Creamline Cool Smashers, has done it for many, many years for them.
It pays off to be disciplined. Sometimes when you see that the ball is already far, di ka na habol, but with Pangs Panaga, it's always discipline.
Down the line, Galanza.
Welcome back, Gemma Galanza.
Just in time. Better late.
But she's doing all the other things, diba, for Creamline.
She's been solid on defense and reception.
Guys,
You know you're in trouble when everybody is starting to rack up the points from the Creamline side.
good response by Jackie to stay in this game. Down 5. You know, no matter how this game ends for Cignal, this is a positive sign for this new lineup of theirs who are trying to, you know, build chemistry as a new starting 6.
The past 2 games, this one and the last game against PLDT, are clear messages that they are still a contender, and that's why they're in the top 4 currently in our team standings. They're down by 4 points. Creamline just needs 4 points to win, but Coach Sherwin will call for time.
Creamline Cool Smashers.
Sito ka na. Okay, Coach. Para sabihin na natin si Tots, 4. So, kailangan uusog tayo doon. Kasi magtitrash siya eh. Uusog tayo doon.
Wala.
Ha? 4 na receiver ha. Same mind lang tayo.
Let's go, girls. Come on.
Let's go, girls! Hey, all in! Creamline!
Let's go.
Gemma Galanza, 9 points in this match, below her 13.8 average, but made up by the 25 of Bernadette Pons today. 11-7. Back to Gemma. Back to Ishi. Tots this time sends it to the other side. Ishi again. Kyle back to Tots. And it bounces out.
Hindi na rin nakita ni Tots. He was just hoping na lumapag sa labas ng court yung bola. That it did. Off the Jackie Acuna block.
That's just her power.
Jen.
12 serving 7. Overpass. Oh, they got lucky there. It's not done yet.
Right now, Cignal has to put all of their efforts in coverage because, again, blockers have been present for these Avani Gandler attacks. So as long as they keep on getting chances to run their counter-attack, they will be in a good spot.
Good serve there by Ishi. They get a chance to attack this time. Run and gun! Acuna delivers her 16th point of the match.
And then also to that strong serve from Ishi Lalong Isip.
What a delivery there. Acuna, 14 points against PLDT, 16 so far for Creamline. Talking about not wanting to let go of that starting position.
Hey, kumpiyansa sa receive. Ha? Isipin nyo lang talaga mapupunta sa harapan. Wala nang iba. Akin na yung receive tapos mapupunta lang sa harapan. Kasi ready naman yung palo natin. Okay, Pons.
Energy, girls! Go, all in, Creamline!
What a fight. What a fight for both teams. What a game that we are all witnessing on One Sports Plus, the Pilipinas Live app, and the thousands here spending their Saturday night here at the Phil Sports Arena. Sulit na sulit. Even with that 54-minute third set, with all the challenges. Pons is getting ready. You knew it. She went into that launching pad, if I may.
And Jesus will check in as a service specialist for Coach Sherwin Meneses. They are just 2 points away from staying undefeated in our preliminary round.
4-point lead. Dawn. C. Gandler this time overestimated that one. There's no point not challenging now, Neil. If you're Coach Shaq, you might as well. I thought the pass was a little bit too low for Vanny's liking. But the video will decide. Vanny has been in love with that zone 1 and has been very kind to her. But Tots Carlos was confident that there was no block touch.
There is no block touch.
Which means 5 match points
Creamline Cool Smashers. Now at match point.
for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Misreceived by Dawn. And a chance ball at match point. Pons. Doug. Danny. Negrito. Back set. Fernandez waiting. Acuna with a push. Negrito sends it to Pons, who delivers her 27th point of the match.
15.
And Creamline stays undefeated. Seven and 0 for Creamline, but nothing to be ashamed of if you're Cignal HD.
Bernadette Pons with MVP numbers once again. Every time she's up against Cignal, she delivers monster figures for the Cool Smashers.
Is there a loss that feels good? If there is one, this has got to be one for Cignal.
I would agree. Again, challenging the Grand Slam champion to a 5-set thriller. They had their moments considering all factors, their lineup changes. And Cignal was steady. Everybody chipped in. Even if they were down by 2 sets, they were able to carve out wins in set number 3 and set number 4. But set number 5, it was just a familiar territory for the Cool Smashers.
And a familiar song for Cignal HD at the end, as Creamline staying solid in a set 5 is something not foreign to them. They win 15-9 in the 5th. You see the scores there, all extended. It was quite a match and quite an effort by Bernadette Pons, who is with Lexi Rodriguez.
That's right, Bumenil. I am with the player of the game, none other than Bernadette Pons with 27 points off of 24 attacks, a block, 2 aces, and 14 digs. Pons, grabe, all around ka talaga. Unang-una sa lahat, can you walk us through anong nangyari during the third set? Anong lapses, anong klaseng challenges yung naranasan nyo during that set?
Nung third set, medyo nawalan kami ng pasa. So, hindi kami nakapag-play ng maayos. And medyo bumaba din yung energy namin. Pero
yung fifth set.
And with your stats today, the attacks, the points, the digs, sabi ko nga all around, how do you balance yung mga ganitong personal achievements mo while also staying on track, looking forward to the next game?
Ginawa ko lang din talaga yung role ko sa team. Binigay ko lang yung best ko and ang dami pang kailangan i-improve sa game ngayon and magtatrabaho pa ako.
And bukod doon, that's why Creamline is so loved by all of these fans. Alam naman natin the culture that you guys have within the team. Paano nyo pa rin patuloy na ina-uplift or like minomotivate yung each other to do good, to do better, patuloy sa susunod na mga games this conference?
Sabi nga ni Coach na nandun na kami sa sitwasyon, so kailangan lang namin na ma-overcome yun and mag-recover. So yun, tinaas lang namin ulit yung energy namin, binalik namin yung sigla ng team and sobrang naging effective naman and mas nailabas namin kung ano yung laro namin.
And nakitang-kita mo naman halos mapuno yung Phil Sports Arena ngayong Sabado. Meron ka bang mga gustong batiin?
Muna-una, hi sa family ko, kay mama, kay papa na nanonood ngayon. And sa lahat na nandito, thank you so much po. Thank you so much sa pagpunta nyo. And also sa reviews ko, maraming salamat. Mr. and Mrs. Nang, kay Sir Joe, Attorney Lily, Ma'am Rizan, Sir Alan, Sir Rolly, and to Mrs. Nang. Thank you so much po.
Thank you so much, Pons. Now, Bumini, let's close this out.
Congratulations, Bernadette Pons, with 27 points. What an effort for her, for Creamline Cool Smashers against the gallant stand of the Cignal HD Spikers. These are the games on Tuesday. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Fresh from a win, Farm Fresh Foxies and the PLDT high-speed hitters and the rolling Zeus Thunderbells against a steady and strong Petrogas Angels. That's going to be right here at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. What a night it has been. Akari winning in 3 sets against Capital One, and Creamline pushed into their second fifth setter of the conference, winning by the skin of their teeth against the Cignal HD Spikers. For Lexi Rodriguez, Neil Flores, I'm Boom Gonzalez. We'll see you on Tuesday for more of Your Heart of